Good morning, and welcome to Non-Standard Action. This is Tom, your GM speaking, and I am pleased to welcome you aboard what is definitely one of the best runs of Fly Free or Die this side of the diaspora. You are listening to episode 18, Enter Estriar. Who is Enter? What is an Estriar? Well, we're going to find out. But first, allow me to introduce my friends and your players, Jet, Leif, Liz, Nick, and Simon. We are back after an impromptu 2-week break brought about by personal things, and I am very excited to continue the story of the crew of the Severance Package and the White Glove Affair. He said the title of the book. But before I get on to that, and the White Glove thing will, become apparent very soon. Before I get to that, I wanted to wish a very happy birthday to longtime fan and friend of the show, Shades Corbett. It is their birthday today, and since the show doesn't always coincide with birthdays on the same day, I thought it was kind of special and cool, and so I wanted to quickly shout them out and wish them many happy returns. So, today's icebreaker question is, what would your character request for a last meal? We will start. Hold on, I've been given. Let's see if this helps. Yeah. Oh, now it's. Yeah, hold on. Sorry, impromptu fixes. Maybe. All right. Yeah. I will just
Look
slap.
much better now, Tom.
That's my default state anyway, because I'm tall. So, what would your character request for a last meal? Let us start with Marayoth. I'm very interested in all of your answers, but probably Marayoth the most.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a great one. What I was thinking of, again, I've talked before about how Marayoth likes meals that are like kind of ground up, since each bug has to eat their own portion, and it's a hassle to like if you have like a pie to split it up evenly into like 60,000 even slices. So I'm thinking that the candy nerds might be pretty good. Since it has like it has multiple layers of like different types of sugar, right? And each bug could have like a couple nerds.
Yeah, totally. That's phenomenal.
Oh my god,
I really like that.
that's adorable.
Also, definitely the cheapest last meal, aside from water and some.
No, wait, that's a lot of nerds.
Well,
like 10,000 nerds.
It's a really big box.
The gallon bag, yeah. Of nerds.
Yeah. All right. What about Sloan? What would your last meal be?
Oh, Sloan's might actually be cheaper than a gallon bag of nerds. Sloan wants the reconstituted mac and cheese that you get that like her mom used to make when she was small.
Oh,
can confirm is cheaper.
All right. How about Auntie Nuna?
Auntie Nuna would want a very particular kind of tea that is only grown on a particular like satellite planet out near the vast, and she would want it to be prepared properly with like the right kinds of teapot with the whole setup like they do in China. And part of this would just be a way to try and buy time so that she can escape.
Yeah, that tracks. I like that.
For my last meal, I would like you to read the encyclopedia and look in the opposite direction.
Yeah. And what's that over there?
Although it really does make a difference if you make tea like the proper way and you heat the pot and stuff. So if it doesn't work out, then at least you'll have a really good cup of tea.
That's true. Yeah, it's sort of a win-win. It's a win-lose because you still, last meal implies you're being executed, which is not great. But at least you had a nice cup of tea.
Yes.
Catch. Leif, how about Catch?
Oh my god. Catch would have to eat only the finest Eoxian lobster and tenderloin from Castrovel, and one of those fancy little drinks with the umbrella in it.
Yeah. Yeah, I did picture Ketch as the one that goes the most all out of this crew.
Absolutely.
Although
are Eoxian lobsters undead?
Almost
absolutely. Aged for 1,000 years. It's just
that's why they're so expensive. You know, there's only a certain number of them. They've been around since EOX blew itself up.
Yeah, exactly.
They're running out.
They're gargantuan.
10,000 years I have lived in this tub. Who are you? To think you are worthy of eating me?
Lich lobsters.
Great idea too, because this lobster would have to be enormous because lobsters just keep growing, and if they can't die, then
but if it's undead, does it still grow?
That's a good question.
It could
I don't think it does.
It could probably add biomass from its foes that it's consumed.
It reminds me of, there was a Saturday Night Live skit with John Mulaney, and some guy orders the lobster at like a diner, and it turns into like a whole Les Mis about like how this lobster has been, you know, is finally being sentenced to death. But go watch it, it's fun. But after you watch us.
Like fun. Yeah. All right, Gus. Jet, what about Gus? What would Gus's last meal be?
I'm Jet. I'm playing Gus. He, him, both of us. And
we forgot all of the rest of us forgot our introductions.
We did. We're bad.
It's been 2 weeks. It would probably, it's a toss-up. I think it's from the same diner that's just down like around the corner from the Hab unit that the Barrett Sinclair family lived in. And on the rare occasions that Mom was home in the morning, she would take the kids to this diner, and it would either be their breakfast burrito or pizza.
Why not both?
Gus was a little smaller then. He didn't quite have the tummy.
Oh, I thought you were talking about for last meal, not. Oh, got it.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. So, last time on Non-Standard Action, you all had snuck on board the Golden Thread, a Callistocrat commerce barge being shipped out from the Horse Eye orbital plate, with the intent of stealing it and its vast treasure trove once the crew piloted it into the drift. It was going to be the last job you ever took, the easiest job ever, the one that would set you up. The issue was, once on board, you found it was empty. The ship was being taken to Fortune's Heart, a Callistocrat space station located somewhere in the drift. The crew managed to hide out for a few days, making themselves scarce by stowing away in one of the many cargo holds aboard the massive commerce barge. A surprise robot attack led to the crew moving locations partway through the 6-day journey to Fortune's Heart. A few days after that, a disturbance caused some of the crew of the ship to exit through the airlock and fight some reptilian bat-like creatures, quote unquote. They soon retreated back inside the ship, but not before our crew knocked out the sentry the ship's crew had left to guard the airlock of the ship. Our crew then ran interference as the ship's crew retreated, a lot of crew talk here, retreated back inside through the airlock, closely followed by 2 Shantax, the aforementioned reptilian bat-like creatures. Upon dispatching the Shantax, the crew found themselves face-to-face with Adelia Keldis leveling a pistol in their direction, and heard her say, "Now, care to tell me what you all are doing on my ship?" You all see the whole of the Golden Thread's crew arrayed behind you with weapons drawn, and I will show you a handout because I failed to last time show to everyone.
What are our goals on this ship again?
We're trying to get to so it's going to go to a station that's going to, and they're going to load up lots of treasure, and then we want to steal that treasure.
Okay.
Yes.
These guys were hired to drive it and defend it, so we're sort of at odds with them. But we did also save their lives, so, and also maybe they want in.
Who are we stealing the treasure from again?
The Prophets of Calistrade.
A bunch of jerks.
Okay.
Capitalism, the religion.
All right.
So Yes.
Not to be
yes,
confused
ate it
with
already.
civilization, the religion.
Yeah.
Yes. Abalon, different from the prophecies of Calistrate.
Abadar.
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 Abalon is a
Abalon
planet
also
with
different.
robots.
Not to be confused with the planet full of aliens.
Yes.
Robot
Abadar.
aliens.
Man, I've got so much Starfinder lore kicking around in my
Aliens,
head. I'm amazed
aliens.
that that's the first mistake I've made on, Abadar versus Abalon.
I think
Robots.
So,
I think Abalon is Simon's idealized civilization.
it
Pretty
is.
cool place.
It is a pretty cool place, and we still know
Also, not to be
nothing.
confused with Abaddon, which is where demons come from.
Yes.
Yikes.
We have a lot of
Anyway,
aliens.
you're being threatened by the captain of this ship with a pistol.
Sorry, we the players are taking it about as seriously as our player characters are taking it, I'm sure.
You said they're behind us? Behind us where? Where? How did they get behind us? The airlock is behind us? Question mark?
No.
They're like to the north.
They're behind us, as in if you like
I
front
see 'em now.
lines in the airlock, back lines in the
Yeah, if you look
corridor.
north of where our icons are.
Yeah,
I can
to
see
the
it.
north. So, admittedly, I say all of them are behind you. You did knock out one of them. Antinuna is currently standing up, above his body.
Trying to hide it to no avail.
So Sloane's answer to this question, waving her own pistol nonchalantly, will be apparently saving your lives.
The captain, that handout shared, right? You all saw. You can see the Golden Threads crew. Okay.
Yes.
Mhm.
So the captain will sort of, look around, look at poor, what's his name? Korumahar, the Lashunta man on the ground, and sort of sigh and say, well, you're not wrong. Name's Adalia Keldis, and you might be?
Clone Rider, this is my crew. Sadly, I do have to demand that we're taking over here. Now that we've saved your lives.
I see.
You have shown yourselves to be incompetent. The company is very displeased. You will be terminated immediately.
Gus looks seriously at the other Noir. You owe me a life debt.
Wait, Mariath will, I guess, whisper to Sloane, maybe they want to work with us. They are also under the heel of the corporation.
They are not. They are just mercenaries that were paid by, the Calistrate, Callistocrats and stuff. They're not. This is not the company. This is the prophets of Calistrate.
Same thing. There is a lot of overlap between the church, that particular church, and Edgecore. Perhaps they would be willing to work with us in exchange for some of the treasure that we are stealing.
Good point, Maria. We're willing to cut you in. You stand down peaceful like.
And help.
Listen, you all have definitely proven yourselves to be, crunkin', big damn whatevers, and kind of big deal. Definitely, and again, she looks down at the Lashunta, Kurumahar, definitely capable of taking us out. So, I don't see a point in us fighting here. In fact, you don't really need to threaten us. I was going to thank you for, saving our lives and stuff. So, yeah, we don't
need to be enemies.
No, I definitely don't think, frankly, we're not getting paid enough to fight you all. So,
I mean, whoever is, right? No one's ever paid enough to die.
No.
That's right.
Ain't worth it. So, way I see it, we'll fly this boat into Fortune's Heart, and then we will go separate ways. We'll go our separate ways. We don't need in on whatever the hell you all are. If you're planning something at Fortune's Heart, whatever. But we're gonna get out of here. Does that sound fair?
Sense motive.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a good point. I tend to believe them, but let me roll one too.
Huh. Ooh.
Just because they seem believable to me as a player doesn't mean they seem believable to Sloane. Let's see.
Sloane and Nuna. Both got
22, which is not super great.
That's okay. You both believe that Adalia is being earnest. And intends to, go your separate ways once you get to Fortune's Heart.
That's perfect. Well, in that case, I guess we don't need our weapons. So little, spinner gun, put it away.
Yeah. All right.
My friend, sorry about your crew member here. We'll wake them up. Gus is a good cook. Can we maybe Rachel, is there anything you can tell us what the Calistrade folks wanted you to do when you got there?
Sure, why not? And so, a montage of you all kicking the Shantak corpses off out of the airlock, and Gus maybe cooking dinner and stuff, and everybody,
because we still have time in the drift, right? It's not like anybody's going anywhere.
Yeah.
Hey, Catch. Hey, Catch, do you want this skull? You could put it on your gun. It would look real cool.
Catch grumbling about, we spent all this time and we didn't even get to shoot any of the mercenaries, rah, rah, rah. And then at the mention of skulls, he just kind of completely forgets about it, perks up. He's like, what? Skull? And he goes over
skull.
and he checks it out.
It'd be cool on your gun.
Oh, let's cook the Shantaks. I bet they're tasty. Are they tasty, Tom?
I am not cooking meat. I'm sorry.
Definitely tasty. Definitely won't curse you if you eat it.
Yeah. Only the finest Eldritch horrors money can buy.
Taking a trophy is one thing, but I'm not going to cook meat with my cooking utensils, which are part of my body.
Fine. I just figured we kill it. We should kill something. We should put it to use, right?
I think these things might be foul abominations. To the kitchen.
If you kill it, you got to use every part of the kill.
Life science to determine how edible these aberrations are.
When you're from the middle of nowhere.
Marayoth with an 18. These, you're not really sure. You can't say for sure that these would hurt you, on a soul level to eat.
How about this? If we actually go hunting for something food related, we'll use the whole thing. These things came trying to kill us and were sentient. I don't want to eat them. Also,
right? No, we kill them, we eat them, and we gain their power.
I don't
we do not think it works that way.
Gus is just gonna walk away and go to the kitchen.
Just gonna remove himself from that situation.
He's pulling out his measuring cup / drinking horn made from his own horn on the way.
Love that.
Ketch just kind of chuckles to himself as he pulls some of the teeth, but he's not taking the skull.
All right. So
Marayoth will spend the rest of the trip making like they do and trying to get to know all of the new crewmates and their entire life stories.
Okay. So I will give you the Spark Notes version of this. So who is it? Yes. So it becomes readily apparent to you, Marayoth, within 2 hours of conversing with all the four of them variously. Korumahar has a terrible crush on Shiari 8. Korumahar is the Lashunta. Shiari is the android. And however, he will never tell them. And they are the only one that is completely unaware. The rest of the crew, everybody knows what's going on except Shiari. And it is painfully awkward.
Isn't that how it goes?
Yeah, it really is. And other than that, throughout the rest of the trip, the crew does seem genuinely thankful for you saving their lives, because it was very, very clear to them that those two Shantaks were way out of their league, and that would have been big trouble. And as a result, they offer you some tribute. Some treasure. some gifts. So
we'll take tribute. Tribute sounds great.
So
I think we're missing the important bit here, which is Gus Barrett Sinclair, aka Wooster the Butler. Where did this come from?
What?
Oh, this has been 2 sessions, Leif. This was his cover, right? Right, Jen?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I was Auntie Nuna's manservant. I was Wooster the Butler.
Yeah.
How did I miss that gem of a name? That absolute gold.
Oh
I think
man,
I
we are
named him that.
successful pirates. We took all their rum.
Mm.
Victory is ours. We can all go home now.
Yes. So Adalia will
Real
offer
treasure.
you 2 bottles of Veskarian rum, each worth 100 credits, as well as a pair of mag boots. She would have offered you the grenades, but they have mysteriously gone missing.
I don't know what happened to those grenades.
Dauros, the Noir, will gift you his guitar, which counts as a euphonic musical instrument. He will actually offer this specifically to Gus, indeed for saving his life.
Gus will
Cool,
accept and play badly.
Oh god. Will Gus like absorb it into his being so it's another thing that he can pull out when he needs it?
I need to look up some stuff, but maybe.
Karumahar gives you a scientist's serum of enhancement and his xenobiologist's field kit, which is very good at using for, I think, augmenting life science checks to recognize things.
Oh
And
goodness.
then
Aha!
But failing with
Maria,
this
here.
is our whole stick.
It's true.
I was gonna say, so we got to give it to like Auntie Nuna or Ketch, because Maria just wants to.
I don't think Auntie Nuna even has life science.
And finally,
She does
Shiori
not.
8 will give you a spell gem of delay countermeasures and their Imperial Conquest strategy game. It's a pretty spell gem. None of you can use it, but
Ketch just like, whoa, Imperial Conquest. I mean, yeah, whatever. That's cool.
Yeah, if you're a nerd.
If you're into that stuff, I guess. And then we'll like be low-key trying to find somebody to play with him for the rest of the trip.
I mean,
We like
Gus
to
would
play the
definitely
weird
play.
faction.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I bet you could get Mariath to do it too.
I really think Imperial Conquest is basically just, space risk, right?
Mhm.
It's
Yeah,
Veskarium
100%.
risk.
Yeah.
It's
Which
Veskarium
gives me-
risk.
Yes. Veskarium themed risk.
It's Veskarium risk, and where all of the pieces are Veskarium units, but it's played on the
The Pact Worlds.
my God, the Pact Worlds. Yes, thank you.
It's an older
only 2
edition
weeks.
before that ceasefire that's been going on.
Yeah. It's not, a real thing. It's just a hypothetical thing or like a historical thing. This isn't for anyway.
Well,
Decades later, it
that is an
comes out. It
expensive
was used as a
guitar.
training tool for invasion.
Yeah, the euphonic musical instrument is not cheap.
That's 4,500.
No. So I
Okay.
think I think narratively Gus is going to absorb it, but not mechanically, because I'll probably pick it as one of my nanites many forms the next time I level up. But
That's fair.
I'm not gonna deny the group those credits because that's not gonna do anything for me.
It is a lot of credits.
Fair enough.
So
I assume that Auntie Nuna
Spaghetti
gets
guitar.
fixed up because wow, looking at her, was completely out of stamina and most of her hit points from that.
Yeah, I
So,
think
she was.
I already treated deadly wounds, but
if we have 2 days in the drift, we should be able to treat deadly wounds twice, and you get back your level and hit points each of those days.
also I think I can sheathe her in a cloud of my nanites and treat it as a med bay. I need to double check that.
That's pretty cool.
Is there
Very
not
cool.
one on this ship? What ship doesn't have a med bay?
I think ours.
Let's check.
No, ours 100% does.
Golden
Our
thread.
first one didn't, I don't think.
No.
It didn't, and then you tore out the arcane lab and put in a med bay.
Yeah.
because-
Yeah.
Again, who doesn't have a
Arcane.
med bay? Lavatory. There are bathrooms. I have good news for you. There are bathrooms. I do not
Okay.
see a
Thank
med bay on
God.
this ship.
Kept holding it for 5 days, runs to a bath. No.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, so fast forward through the rest of your travels through the drift. Nothing else of note happens. We can. I'm not going to make you make checks unless you want to make checks. I will never say you can't. But we will say that Auntie Nuna is definitely able to recover her hit points from medical treatment and a day's rest, because you gain your level and hit points every night you rest as well. So you get 2 nights of that plus 2, character level plus Gus's con mod or whatever the heck. You're fine. So It is the 6th day of your journey aboard the Golden Thread, and the ship begins its approach to the space station called Fortune's Heart. I will show you a very cool image.
Oh wow, this board game is expensive too.
Yeah, that's some quality stuff. So this is the outside view of the Fortune's Heart.
Ooh.
Through the strange energies of the drift, a sunburst-shaped space station, that was so many S's, guys, comes into view. Pointed docking bays jutting out from its circular main body. Though nowhere near as big as Absalom Station, it's still large enough to comfortably host hundreds of people. Every so often, a gleaming starship nears the station, and a docking bay opens to allow entry. As it nears Fortune's Heart, the Golden Thread is hailed by the traffic controller on the station, directing it to a nearby docking bay. Yes, Jet, it is a happy Death Star. It is, dear listener, picture a happy yellow-colored Death Star with, well, it's a sun. It's like a sunburst.
It's the happiest of yellows. That's the only way I can describe it. And it's got this beautiful blue single like window eye just peering out.
Yes. You might even call it gold, yes. So, Adalia did warn you all of a decontamination protocol that will run throughout the ship in order to ensure that the ship adheres to Callistocrat standards of purity. This decontaminant gas is highly toxic to living organisms, so you all will need to clear out immediately after it docks. So, the mercenary crew, as you all, once they've docked the ship in a docking bay, will bid you adieu and leave, and it is your turn to make an exit. So, assuming you all don't want to stay for the toxic chemical bath.
Yeah.
No, that's okay.
We can't just life bubble. Oh wait, no.
Do we need
casters.
to hide when we leave the ship so that the authorities do not wonder why we are on it when they are loading up all of the wealth?
Adalia said that she doesn't think there's any plans to load the ship immediately upon entrance. She doesn't even know when this ship is going to necessarily be loaded up, but they're going to need to there's an automated process to clean it with the chemical bath, and then beyond that she's not really sure. So might want to just
okay.
We'll just pop back in after the bath.
So you all leave.
Yep.
As you exit, you are greeted by a sudden call of halt. You do not appear to have proper authorization to be here. 3 security robots you see upon exiting the ship level their numbing beams at you, and as soon as I move you to the map,
this is exactly what we were worried about.
Yes.
We should have hidden in a box.
You all
Sure we do. We're part of the mercenary crew hired to bring this ship here. Check your records again.
Yeah, and also Auntie Nuna has a
Fast hacking, right?
She has 4-handed hacker and can also. Oh man, I took something specifically for forging documents, and I wish I could remember what it was, but it's been 2 weeks.
What you're talking about?
Let's see. Expert forger. You have a database of electronic seals and pre-designed templates that allow you to forge an official document in a matter of moments. When you attempt a computer's check to create a forgery, as long as you have access to a computer, you can forgo your expertise die to attempt the check as a full action. And then 4-handed hacker. But this is for hacking.
Okay, so improvised forgery is still pretty nice though, with making forgery as a full action. So I would love to see this work. And love
6 seconds. It is psychic paper.
Yeah, it is computer psychic paper. All right.
Yeah.
So
let's just say
be sure
that
to flash it quickly at them.
Yeah. Auntie Nuna uses one set of hands to slowly bring up their, what file did I have this under? And then meanwhile, her other set of hands underneath, in a smaller screen, are tap, 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 tap.
Okay. All right. So, with
And I
that,
get a 24.
it is a 20, in fact, because you forego your expertise die.
All right.
Yeah. So, with the 20, I'm going to roll in private here.
They are robots. They might buy it.
If only I hadn't gotten a natural 20 on this
Damn.
check. The robots see through your psychic paper and say, the date is wrong on this forgery.
Oh no.
And they tuck
All
it
right, we'll
into-
roll initiative, I suppose.
Cheese it.
It was a great try, though. I really like the idea. So,
I feel like the date is wrong. It's not them getting a nat 20. It should be like something really hard to catch.
Oh, the person
Or-
that signed your form actually retired 4 weeks ago, and this is dated.
Yesterday.
Suspicious.
Nuna also didn't roll very well on that.
Yeah, she rolled
I-
garbage. She rolled a 5 on that, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. I am not grappled. That doesn't change anything, but I definitely needed to turn that off.
If you were entangled, bizarrely, it would count towards your initiative checks. Because who starts a fight entangled?
Someone who has certain proclivities, and we're not going to shame them for it.
That's fair. That's fair. All right.
Ketch
So,
looks
True, we
knowingly
don't-
at Gus. Just thank you.
Gus nods in a very dignified manner and just kind of like elbow bumps him a little bit.
all right. So,
Please don't make me headcanon the various characters' proclivities in bed. I don't want that information in my brain.
No,
Uh,
and just to drive it home, Ketch is 100% walking around with Shibari under his clothing. No.
Oh,
no.
thanks.
I'm kidding.
Thanks.
I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding.
Simon, you should adjust your initiative
Welcome to the
up.
Horny Show. If you didn't know, this is the Horny Show.
yeah, Simon, it's been 2 weeks. You are tied with Gus.
All
you're
right.
10.
Yeah.
And I actually rolled bizarrely high.
You're going to want to choose your words better after that joke.
Mm.
Oh, I see. Yeah. All right. Well,
Oh, and now I get a 19.
anywho. Auntie Nuna, you
Now
are...
I have headcanon that all three of them have been doing naughty things together.
The joke continues with naughty. I'm going to leave.
I'll see myself out. Okay, Auntie Nuna will well, that didn't work. Get the one that's pink. Also, possibly the blue one.
All right, so
There's-
pink and blue.
Yes.
Get them +2.
Oh, well, that didn't work. Oh, well.
Okay. So, sorry, zooming in on this very large docking bay map. I don't know why I got such a big docking bay map, but I did. So, we move on to Luminance class security robot, the blue. So they are going to level a numbing beam at Auntie Nuna because
No.
she's the one that tried lying to them. And they're not even good at telling, at discerning lies is the thing. They just rolled a nat 20. So they are going to shoot Auntie Nuna for the audacity of this Auntie. Yeah. So, but that's a natural 1.
Yay.
Easy go. And so that's a 16 versus your EAC, but it's going to miss because it's a natural 1.
Yay.
And for good measure, it is going to align its its Prism Shield. That's the one. That's what I called it. It's Prism Shield at Auntie. On the off case, she shoots him. And that will be his turn. Their turn. Gus.
All right. Gus snaps his prosthetic out to the side, The hilt of his angel wing grows into his hand, and he runs forward. He's not mechanically charging. He just runs straight forward, and as he gets closer, he holds that hilt up by his ear, and then he lunges forward at the last second and activates his rainbow plasma blade, and he's going to deadly aim and attempt to stab this robot.
Coolio.
Let's activate deadly aim. Oop. Come on, roll 20. You can do it. I believe in you. A 19 versus EAC for possibly 23 electric and fire damage.
Is going to be a hit for 23. Do I have? I do. All right, so half of that is going to be, I imagine, 12 is what you would want the electricity to be. And so an additional 6, a little bit more of that goes through. So a total 29 points of electricity and fire damage slam into this robot. And I think I'm going to say you shear part of its arm off, just sort of like falls to the ground.
Sure. When I lunged forward, I just hit it right in the shoulder joint, and it kind of melted around that and just...
Yeah. It's not looking good. Marayoth, we are on to you.
Oh, yay, the shield dropped to the ground.
I assume that these guys, as being robots, their equipment is all built into them and attached. What a bunch of jerks. All right. We will activate gravitic reinforcement. And then we will take a shot at let's go with orange to blind them.
Okay.
22 versus KAC.
I double check. Yes, that is a blinded robot. You said orange?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. So orange is blinded.
Overload those optic sensors.
Yeah. Pink is going to turn to Gus and just gonna slam him because that's what robots do when people are in melee.
Gus looks at it seriously. Come on and jam.
And welcome to the jam. That is a 20 versus your KAC.
That is not going to hit.
Oh, man. All right. And then Pink is going to, let's see, it is going, Catch, you are going to see a glint of a shield appear from around Gus because it has pretty good, tactical analysis kind of thing. Gus isn't going to hit him with a ranged attack. He's gonna aim his shield at somebody beyond Gus. So I'm going to put a Pink on you so we know that Pink has a line of shield towards you. And now it is your turn.
That's all right. I'm going to do a boost round anyways.
All right. I was really hoping you would forget about the shield thing and shoot Pink.
I will never. It'll be like I'm on my deathbed and I'll just be like, curse you, Tom.
That was amazing. I loved it so much.
Shields.
That's top 5 moments of my GM hood. Shades, we did indeed wish you a happy birthday.
But we have to wish double happy birthday now.
Where will it end?
It's the list of demands. All right. So Orange is blind, and so Orange is going to spend a move action to not be blind because they don't want that. And then Orange is going to shoot the jerk that shot them with a numbing beam.
That is fair.
It levels its cannon arm at you for a 33 to hit your EAC Marayoth.
That hits.
Yeah, I should think so. That is 11 points of cold damage. And we are on.
Sorry, Tom,
Yes?
It looks like I can't actually put markers on the baddies. Would you mind putting a target on orange for me?
I will do this thing. It is going to be a nuclear sign.
Even better.
Did you say pink or orange? I apologize.
Orange.
All right.
I was thinking of attacking orange since blinded, but now he's
Not
not
anymore.
blind.
Yeah. Maybe next time. Who knows? Sloan Rider. You're muted, my friend.
I'm still muted. Good catch.
No, I'm Tom.
Thanks.
No.
Dad joke. Sorry.
40 feet. And take a shot at pink.
Okay.
Trick. Their CR should hopefully be less than 8. There's 3 of them.
Yes, indeed. So.
In that case, 26 versus flat-footed EAC.
Woo, that is a spicy hit for 30 points of fire damage.
30 points of fire damage.
Nope, that's not what I wanted. Let's put that left. All right. They're still hanging on, but man, they don't look good. We are at the top of round 2. Auntie Nuna.
All right. Auntie Nuna will use a... What's the word? Auntie Nuna will use a move action to renew the get 'em on pink, and will use her standard action to renew on blue and shoot him. She can do that now.
Yeah.
She can actually attack. It's very strange for me, guys. I forget I can do it.
Oh yeah, because it's fairly recent.
round you can do it.
Yeah, every single round.
All right, that's a 27.
All right. Is that, funnily enough, counting your own +2?
No, actually, it's
All right.
+2.
So, I mean, I don't know why I asked, because a 27 is, of course, a hit. And remind me, you were shooting at blue or pink?
Blue.
Blue. All right. Well, it's... Now, I feel badly about this a little bit, because I did say last round, you might remember, that blue had marked you with his shield. I did not mark it on your token. So, I think it's going to reflect your attack back at you.
No!
I don't feel that badly about this because it's only 8 points of fire damage, but it is 8 points of fire damage to you and not to me. So.
Fine. Just take that from me, Tom.
I will. I'm going to use these shields as many times as I possibly can, okay? These shields are so much fun.
Once per day, I think, right?
Yes, once per day. So that's as many times as I can use that one particular shield.
And Maria's just going to keep picking them all up. Yes.
I did. All right, so I think I showed, I made this shareable with you all, but I don't think I did last time. But did I put, yeah, Prism Shield. All right, so I actually wrote up like a, item description of it and everything. And it is a once per player per day thing, not a once per shield per player per day.
Oh.
These, I don't think these were meant to actually be picked up by players, but they were put in the stat block, so...
Well,
I wanted to give you a
They're worth so many credits.
Getting out of shield, you're taking a penalty, right?
Reflecting an energy attack back at the big bad every time.
Well, getting a weapon out is at least a move action.
Yeah,
sure, but you could easily take one out in between each fight, so you'd have one for combat.
Yeah, but also 7,000 credits apiece. Wow, we're gonna make so much money off of these shields.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah,
it works out. All good.
I still think if we have extra arms, probably the people that have an extra arm should just hold on to one just in case.
Not a bad idea.
Auntie Nuna with 4 shields just hurtle
down a shield wall. I thought long and hard about these prism shields, and I want you to have a cool thing, but I don't want it to be dumb. So
I'm just being devil's advocate. Don't mind me.
Of course, no. I am the devil's advocate when I'm not the GM. So, and when I'm the GM sometimes. So I understand. We are on to class security robot, the blue. The blue, like medal on the blue.
It's a blue.
Going to shoot at.
Someday we're gonna have to just do a like a concise overview of our Extinction Curse game for our audience.
Oh man, I don't know how concise it could be. Medlon likes to talk, and Tom likes to talk. It's a bad combination. Blue is going to shoot at Antinuna because she had the audacity to shoot him. So that is 27 versus Antinuna's EAC for 10 points of cold damage.
Oh.
And it will align its shield at her once more. But you all know that these shields only work once a day in that particular capacity, but it will still get a +2 bonus to its AC against Antinuna. Gus, up to you.
All right. I'm going to remind Sloan I have coordinated shot. So if you're taking a shot at pink, then you're getting a +1 to hit.
Oh, nice. I should put that on my sheet.
And Gus is going to wrench his angel wing back and then just swing diagonally down at the neck joint, inspired by the get 'em and he's got like little goggles that have formed up around his eyes, and it's highlighting weak points on this creature because he's doing deadly aim.
Catch reminds himself that mimicry is the highest form of flattery.
And I rolled bad for damage, but I got a critical hit.
That is a stupidly large amount of damage.
That is.
This robot, I think, died. No, it doesn't die from massive damage. But this robot is demolished. It is
Just
scrapped.
regular die.
So
Yeah, it is like
37.
Oh yeah, 37
plus some extra.
Yeah. 37 divided by 2 times 1.5.
Plus 9. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Call it 9 extra damage. Call it
So-
46 damage even total. That's a big number for a level 7 character. That is a scary amount of damage. That is almost as much health as they start with, and Gus demolished this robot.
Cleave it in twain.
You have a move action left.
I do.
Get in the other one's face.
Yeah, I'm gonna step here and get in both of their faces.
All right.
Coordinated shot all around.
Coordinated shot for everyone. And
It is worth noting, as I was putting this in my sheet, that coordinated shot only works if Gus is not granting them cover.
correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
just a thing to keep in mind.
I am not a squad soldier, unfortunately.
I love the squad soldier. All
I'm
right,
a
Maria.
skitter squad soldier.
Mariath will launch up into the air and also forward because I realized I cheated next round because I didn't quite have enough range. So we'll be like 2 up. Can I make a marker here? There we go. Now orange has the shield aligned against us, right?
Orange. Who did Orange align against last round? If I don't remember, and so they don't have their shield aligned against anybody.
I didn't know if orange did do the align. I remember distinctly you saying pink and blue. I don't remember orange.
But then Orange also didn't move and didn't full attack. So
Yeah,
Simon,
Orange was unable to align because they used their move action to unblind themselves.
Thank you, lady. Yes,
Okay.
there we
Sorry,
go.
I was muted.
We will re-blind orange then, since it looked like Catch is aiming at them.
Good idea.
Button. Oh no,
got the
19
button?
versus KAC.
For the first time in forever, Rayath misses with a 30. Yeah.
We are sorry,
Yeah.
Catch. We have failed you.
No.
All right. Tom's very excited about that. We are on to Catch's turn.
All right. So Catch, having boosted last turn, not fully, but still boosted pretty significantly, will aim down the sights through the scope. In fact, I just imagine it kind of takes up like another portion of the goggles, squeezes and fires at Orange. Oh my lord! With a 16.
All right. So is that calculating coordinated shot?
No, it is not. So 17. I did not realize Gus had moved.
Use the reroll. Tell Shades happy birthday.
Sorry, I don't. This is a tiny retcon. Coordinated shot would make my blind a 20.
Still a miss.
Okay.
But the EAC of these robots is 17. That is a hit.
I will roll my boost damage then. Let's see.
Kindly.
I think. Oh goodness, it's been so long. I don't just inherently remember what my boosts are. I know it's a plus. It's a 1d6 and it's 1d6. Okay, 2d6. That is easy. 2d6 coming your way for another 9 points of damage. That is a 31 fire damage.
Did you add on the supercharged weapon as well? What did you boost last? Oh, last round was the move action boost and the move action target.
Yeah. So no, it was actually move action boost and move action superior firepower, which it adds just +7 right now.
Yeah. We said we meant the same thing. I meant target plus the superior firepower. Cool.
Well, I only correct you because I then aimed this round to ignore AC from cover and give myself a +1 with my special scope. Or is it that fusion? God, there's so much stuff on this gun at this point, you guys.
Yeah, it's a very
fancy gun.
Fusion. That's what it is.
It's a very lathe weapon, and I like it.
Thank you.
Like your anime sword from our Signal of Screams game.
Oh my god. Okay. Anyways, yes.
So 31 points of fire damage later. Yeah. This robot is also went from 0 to 60 real quick. And by 60, 0 to 60 is more like 60 to 0, but not quite.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So,
that's what catch aims for,
Yeah, exactly. So maybe one day. For now, it is going to respond by definitely raising a shield at catch because it didn't like that. So it's going to raise its shield at catch, not knowing that catch is probably going to take another round to charge up, and slam at Gus.
That was all the damage Catch gets to do this combat.
That is a 23 versus Gus's KAC.
That matches exactly. Gus just leans into it with his shoulder.
All right. We'll take 11 points of leaning damage. This is actually bludgeoning damage.
No, Gus, you were supposed to bob when you weaved.
I got it. I'm good.
I'm good. I'm cool. I'm so cool. Sloan Rider, we are on to you.
Sloan will bounce around behind this 40 feet and shoot it in the back.
Ooh.
Presumably
Not provoking,
flanking.
I might add.
Oh,
Because I have uncanny shooter, so I don't provoke, ever.
uncanny.
It's uncanny how I managed to not provoke things. So that's a 26 versus flat-footed EAC.
Indeed.
For 28 points of fire damage.
So much fire damage. All right. Definitely not making notes on fire damage or anything for the future.
I better get a new pistol.
I still have a drill.
Change up damage type.
No. All right. So that is 28 points of fire damage, and Blue is flat-footed,
And
flanked for Gus.
Because I do have a knife in my other hand.
Of course you do. What you got there, Sloan? A knife.
No.
We should get you a venom spur because you can always pop that as a piercing weapon and then poison people if you feel like it.
Lol.
God, that's something that Sloan needs. Just one more way to ruin people's day.
All I need is a knife.
Already pretty effective at ruining days, I'll tell you what.
That was the point. Yeah, never.
Yeah.
I'm a real operative now.
You are, my friend. It's Nuna's turn. Top of round 3.
All right, Nuna is going to renew the get 'em on Blue. Blue's still alive, apparently, right? Yeah?
Yes. Sorry, I was making a bad portmanteau. Renuna.
Oh.
You're renewing your get 'em. Yes.
Yeah,
You said it again because I didn't hear it the first time around.
You're welcome.
Anyhow, so she will renew on blue and then set on orange and attack. Mostly because she's got a clear line of sight.
Yeah, that's
Orange.
fair. They are looking relatively similar in in damaging at this point.
Yeah, so it's a 24.
That 24 is going to hit orange for a total of 11 points of status fire.
Yeah, and now she needs to reload.
Okay. Do that while blue takes its turn. Blue is going to align its shield at Sloane and is going to... Yeah, both of you did a lot of damage. So odd is Gus, even is Sloane. Odd is Gus. It is going to continue trying to slam it. That is a 17 versus Casey, which all of us know is going to be a miss. Let's move right along to our big beefy boy, Gus.
Big beefy boy.
Gus thinks at Mariath, you can never let me down, as he deflects the slam from the robot, and he reverses it, and he just brings the blade down, stabbing into its chest in a downward thrust. Only 22 versus the AC, but I think that does hit.
That does hit, yes.
Flanking.
So I did apply all of that.
Okay.
But 22 electric and fire, so 11, half of 11 plus 5, so 27 total damage, I believe.
Thank you for the quick maths. Yes, 27 damage is the number. That robot doesn't look good. And do you have a move action you want to take or no?
I am going to move action. I'm going to generate a cloud, and I'm going to bend it around this individual and over on top of Sloane.
Neat. All right, you can draw that off turn. Marayoth, it is your turn.
Let's see. Blue has raised a shield to Sloane. Orange has raised a shield to Catch. Let's blind orange again. It never gets old.
I would argue that it does get old for the robot.
Well,
the robot-
unfortunately, I think a 21 misses.
If they're
No.
alive much longer, it's fine.
Yeah, I was going to say, the robot's not going to get old.
The 21 is not factoring in Get 'em,
Yes.
but Get 'em is also on the robot, on orange specifically. That is going to meet its KAC. So
Plus 1 for coordinated shot.
Yeah. So +3 to that. You sail by its KAC. Orange is blind once more.
Move action to hover, or maybe even
You don't need to spend an action to hover anymore.
Oh right.
You have 5 ranks of acrobatics. But you can move if you want. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life.
I will.
I'm just going to tell you the laws of physics as they are laid out in
Starfinder, yeah.
Yes. Catch.
I'm just gonna do it. I don't see why not. Because all I have to do is move action boost and then yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Fire 2 rounds in a row.
Yeah, no, it's bizarre.
It'll work great though, because he's blind. He has Get 'em, and he has coordinated shot. It's a +5.
Goodness. Yeah, I don't know that you can lift this really.
Yeah, let's find out.
We all have ones on our die.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
We also have 20s.
Jinxed them and it backfired on me in the most horrendous way.
For the record, for those of you listening at home, Leif just rolled a nat 20 on that attack.
Yeah.
Oh,
poor Blue.
Nat 20s with effectively double level specialization are just disgusting. That is so much.
So hold on, let me roll my 4d6 as well, extra damage.
Why? You're just going to, destroy it anyway.
Where does the 46 come from? Oh, the
I got more damage off a 2d6 last time, actually.
Yeah, well, you went
Pretty much.
easy come, easy go. You're
Yeah.
only doing 49 points of damage now.
Only.
So
You beat me. You beat
You-
me.
you only doubled the remaining hit points that it had left. So
Yeah.
that robot, Orange is dead.
I was attacking blue because I didn't want
Right.
to be reflected upon by orange.
Yeah, I was just thinking to myself, I was like, wait a second. Don't tell me.
Yes. No, thank you. No.
Could it be the most wonderful gift? No. So blue is super duper duper dead. Blue had 10 hit points left. It's dead.
Oh
It's won.
boy.
So
Catch is here for the overkill.
yeah, and for that reason, Orange is absolutely still aligning its shield at Catch. And
Yeah. Just big grin on his face. Can't really see his eyes behind the goggles, but he lifts up the gun and he pulls the cocking mechanism back, and just all the steam. Auntie Nuna's coughing in a cloud of smoke right now.
all right, so Orange is gonna desperately take 2 attacks at Gus.
While blind.
Take 2 attacks and align his shield and catch.
Oh, no, it didn't do any of that. So it's going to, I guess it would rather be able to see than align its shield at Catch. It didn't see Catch just melt that thing. So it's not aligning its shield at Catch. It's fine. Everything's fine. And then it will take 1 attack at Gus. Sorry, there's a lot of things going on in the background of my brain
Gus just
right
screams
now.
in its face.
That's fine.
And a 14 versus KAC is your prize. It misses.
That
Sloan.
explains why it makes such bad life choices. Sloan moves up behind it and shoots in the back of the knee.
Honking brutal missing.
For that's 37 points of fire damage.
You shoot its leg off and it dies.
Its CPU was in its leg.
Yeah,
they were like,
Yeah,
no
they-
one
They thought that
suspects the
nobody
knee.
would target there. Yeah.
No one suspects the
No,
knee for the CPU.
I'm sure it was more like a Rube Goldberg effect. Like she shoots it in the leg, it falls over as the leg falls off, and the head smashes, it's impaled on some of the circuitry sticking up from the leg, the severed leg.
Sloan's trick is sense motive based, so yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Right, so that brings us decisively, brutally out of initiative order.
You keep saying brutal like these aren't cold, unfeeling machines.
Yeah.
We very quickly steal their
Brutal.
stuff and then run away.
Yeah, we go hide behind some boxes.
We don't
So we
even
get back-
steal their. No, we don't even steal their stuff. We take the whole robots and hide them because we don't need them to see that there's destroyed robots outside
Wait,
the ship.
I know what to
We-
do. I know what to do. We hide, take the bodies. I manifest my grinder device, and we just feed the robots into them, and they come out as UPBs on the other side.
Perfect.
Not
Yes.
very many UBBs though. Otherwise, that would be unbalancing.
Yeah, I know. I
We should
understand
put
How
them
that.
many UPBs the weapons and shields are worth?
Yeah.
UPBs are easier to put in one of these boxes.
You cannot I am not letting that be a precedent that you can grind up constructs with a prunking grinder that you put on your arm.
No,
That
my
is
arm
not
turns
happening.
into a grinder,
I'm
and the
putting it-
grinder doesn't tell me how big things have to be to fit inside. It just says stuff goes in and polyfluid comes out.
Oh god.
Nope. You can do it with gear. You cannot do it with constructs. So you can, however, stash these robots' bodies in, there's some closets, big old doors to either end. There's a there's a table over here. Who knows how it got there? So
Oh, weird. There's this broom closet here with a. Oh man, who were the enemies from Metal Gear Solid?
I never played.
I can't
So-
remember. It's been high school since I played that game.
So, what do you all do next? Oh, you can, of course, with a minute, loot these bodies if you want, and get 3 more copies of this.
Yes.
I would-
We're gonna hide behind some boxes. Wait to get back on the
I would
ship.
like to. I would like to continue the joke by hiding underneath a cardboard box.
You may do this, Catch. It's just like Space Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear
are we able to
Quantum.
take a? Are we able to take a 10-minute rest?
That is entirely up to you. So sounds like some of you are talking about getting back on the ship. You don't know exactly how long this chemical bath is going to go.
Yeah.
But I suppose it's a pretty safe assumption that it would be going longer than this, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because, when you fumigate the house, you don't walk in as soon as the fumigator leaves. You gotta stay out for a couple days. So this ship might not be an option for you to get back on.
We might need to
Oh.
take the bodies, break them down, make them unrecognizable lumps, and hide elsewhere.
Yeah, we might need to sneak back on while they're loading it somehow.
Are we talking multiple days or just hours?
We gotta find a way off this station. We don't really know what's happening with this ship other than that they brought it here. Looks
loading it
around
is
for doors. Are these doors to our?
Yes, that is why they are open. I just sort of left those open on the dynamic lighting layer. But
Oh,
at
I
least-
can't.
is it not open? Oh,
Nope.
It's not open. Look at that.
No.
It's open on my screen. Dynamic lighting is kind of funny. These doors seem to be unlocked. I will tell you that.
All right. Do we know what kind of paperwork we need to be on this station? Anybody got any ideas?
Could take a look. I can do some computers, perhaps.
Sure.
She rolled a 6 for 27.
All right. So you get basically to be on this station. You typically are not here unless you are a prophet of Calistrade. Prophets being holy people of the prophecies of Calistrade, the religion, or in the retinue of a prophet of Calistrade.
Oh,
And for that says we're the crew that just got off the ship.
Yeah, were those mercenaries the retinue?
They were not the retinue. They were, they had special permission, special allowance to be here because they were, flying the ship in.
Right, so can we forge that special permission?
I see.
Make paperwork that says we're
Sure.
done.
Sure, why not?
Catch, having a brief inclination to impersonate a prophet, is disappointed yet again.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That's what I was
they
thinking.
suck
Not Gus,
anyway.
but me.
All right. So
It's like
yeah,
it's like the end of the series when they're reading our rap sheet because we've all been arrested. And impersonating a prophet of Calistrade. My God, man.
That's right.
so
That would be good. Maybe we should try that.
I will. Forgeries are supposed to happen in secret. So what will happen is I will roll Auntie Nuna's. Well, if Auntie Nuna is making the forgery to begin with, I will roll whoever is rolling the primary on the check to forge, and I will keep that number in mind should anybody examine your identities.
Okay.
All right.
Is that a computer check?
It is a computer's check. I will allow 2 aids on this.
Okay. So should I roll a different computer's check than the one I just did?
Well, Tom has to roll it because it's supposed to be secret.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
That was a fact-finding computer's check that you just rolled to sort of access the surface level infosphere.
Totally.
I auto assist.
Cool.
I do as well.
All right. Well, so that is a +4 to this roll. And I have rolled it. So that was a number, all right. And it was a number, and it had digits.
Digit
So
appears?
no,
like
not digit. Sorry, Dizzy and digit do not randomly appear in this AP volume yet. Maybe. Anywho, so you have your forged papers. They look pretty good to you. You want to head out into the corridor and see if you can find out what's going on the station, see if there's any information on when the ship might be loaded or yada yada yada.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Can't
Dr.
get through the
Basil.
door.
I just remembered that in order to blend in and change my appearance, the resist that my nanites carved into my arm was changed to a press.
Press, I remember now.
It sure was, buddy. And that was a choice that you made.
Sure was
All
a
right.
choice.
So, you all exit the hallway, and sort of abstracting this, you pass through sort of labyrinthine corridors and stuff like that, and eventually find yourselves face to face with this person who seems rather surprised. First of all, he is Kasathan. He looks very dignified. You might recognize him because he is the cover art. So, now don't read too much into that. This AP has not been putting the boss of each book on the cover.
That's super dope.
Indeed.
Costuming.
This is some of the best Kasatha art that I have ever gotten. Mostly for the lavish, just like, oh man, he's so fancy.
I love the cut of the clothes. Like that,
I was gonna say I like
the
those
white
pants.
suit underneath the shoulder accoutrement and cloak is it's cool as hell.
Yeah, definitely. So his brow furrows momentarily. Well, I should describe him for our listeners, actually. So yes, as Jet was saying, he has some magnificent sort of shoulder, like almost pauldrons, right? Would you describe those as pauldrons? They are golden
Sort of.
over a white suit, very well cut, with a sort of tabard going down the center. He has a pistol on his hip. He has some serum, what look to be like serums or something, and a magnificent white and gold cape. As well as some gold markings, gold tattoos on his face, and a gold face mask, because, again, Kasatha always cover their mouths. So, this man, it is, Marayoth, you know for a fact that this man must be a prophet of Calistrade, judging from where you are, what you know about the prophets of Calistrade, with a base level, knowledge of mysticism in general, and his dress. So, his brow furrows momentarily as he sort of scans your group with piercing eyes. He then claps two white-gloved hands together and says, "Well, well, well. Now what would the crew that caused Aline Resora so much trouble be doing here on Fortune's Heart?"
Wait, it's been so long. That name?
Yeah. Who is he referring to?
Aline Resora is the vice president of Edge Corp, of Evgenia Jameson, as well as the lead on the Project Oliphant.
Yes.
He stole her ship.
Yes.
Ah.
I auto assist. Oh my god. Catch aims his gun at him.
Yeah, Morale swirls in a perturbed manner.
Two more hands go up outside he's got two hands clasped, from clapping his hands together quickly, and then, two more hands go out. Well, now, there's no need for that. I really don't think that you need to aim that gun at me, young man.
Gus slides in front of his captain.
Why not?
You must be here for some reason. Just give me a moment. He places a white glove finger to his chin, two arms fold across his chest. I love describing characters with more than two arms.
Is it fun?
No,
It's fantastic. You must be here for the auction. You're certainly not here to convert.
Yes, the auction. That's exactly why we're here. Could you just point us in the right direction?
No, I think you misunderstand me. I know you're not supposed to be here. However, clearly, the reason that you are here is to abscond, make off with, or otherwise steal from the auction. Yes?
Oh, no, see, we were just hoping we could sneak in and bid on things. You know, we're quite well off, but we didn't get an invitation, you see.
Now, why don't you go ahead and make me a
Bluff check?
diplomacy check, in fact, to try and get this guy to not immediately turn you all in.
Okay, I'm making shit up, but okay.
I know.
Can I assist?
Take that reroll. Take that reroll.
We do a reroll.
Yes, I
Happy
will.
birthday, Shades, and thank you for the reroll.
I will allow assists.
25.
I guess Maria will ask, how do you know Eileen?
She is an old associate of mine. And besides, when someone that powerful gets pissed off, word tends to get around. I'm sorry, they are an old associate of mine. But yes, word gets around, and I am not just anyone.
Who are you?
Why?
Aside from a prophet.
I am Estriar Isatra Jayas of Clan Castris, House Tivora, sworn friend of the blood of Myrrh. Now, again, claps his hands together. You all intrigue me. If you are able to steal the Oliphant out from underneath Eileen's many noses, then I have a feeling we can help each other here. You all may be good at lying. You are clearly very good at lying, but there's no way that they'll just let you show up here without a proper Callistocrat. So, if you cut me in on whatever you have going on here, say 30% of your earnings, I will give you my identity.
It is only at this point that Ketch stops aiming his gun at him.
He holds up he gestures to a holoskin module that he has on his hip, as well as a vocal modulator sort of tied to it. Explains, I can give you the means to take my personality, take over my identity for the time being. I have business elsewhere. However, if you want to borrow my face to make yourself some money, it is no skin off my nose. This is how we get ahead in this business, as it were. So, 30% for my identity. What do you say?
As a prophet, you would presumably be willing to turn us in for a bounty after you get the 30%. Are we wrong?
But you all are smart, enterprising. Are you business people? I don't know. You're smart and enterprising, and you've survived this long. Do you think that you would allow yourselves to be turned in for a bounty after you gave me the 30%? I don't see the need for violence here. 30% is more than I would be get up. 30% is more than I would be walking away from this auction as it is. I assume you're here for the commerce barge, of course.
Ketch elbows Sloan and just kind of whispers in her ear, just go for 25.
You could, if you want, you could make me a diplomacy check to try and talk him down a little bit on the number.
Or bluff.
I'm gonna make it a diplomacy. Sorry.
But is it? Would you call this negotiating the price of goods or services?
I'm not gonna let you use profession smuggler for this. I'm sorry.
No, that's not what I'm asking. That wasn't the question.
Oh, sorry.
Is this negotiating the price for goods or services?
Yes, it is. Sorry, I thought that was where you were leading to.
No. So I can roll twice and take the better.
Sounds good. I'll stop you right there. Oh, that 28 was what you needed because the DC for this was 27.
Woohoo!
So,
you can re-roll before the outcome is revealed. Either way, I'll count it as a use, but I would have stopped technically. Like, ah, 28.
Yeah, no, then it's not used. Don't worry about it.
Yay.
You are a
So-
kind and benevolent GM, sir.
That I am. So, I imagine you try and haggle with this Estriar.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The best you'll get him down to is
20.
15%.
Jeez,
15. That's even better. Nice.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You sense a almost. Now he is a very dignified Kasatha man, but you do. You know what? Go ahead and make me sense motive checks, everybody.
Woo! Yeah, sense motive.
So I can give you a little more meat on these bones.
How did I got a 19 to get a 20.
All right.
Flat
24.
I got a 24, a 25. All right, so Nuna and Sloan, this fits. You both, having dealt with a lot of desperate people, know that while Estriar is not outwardly presenting as desperate, you do get the sense that he knows that you all could kill him because he's one man. He wouldn't go down without a fight, but he probably wouldn't win. And B, he wouldn't just offer up his identity if he didn't desperately need a cash infusion here. So this is not just him being nice. This is
Good, because I didn't expect him to be at all.
Yeah, well, exactly, right? Yeah. So he is very happy to be making this deal with you all. So
even for half of what he initially asked, impressive.
So
real desperate.
Real desperate, yeah.
Super desperate.
I can neither confirm nor deny, but you might find out. Who knows? So
I was going to say that would make you a bad GM.
he will hold up the hollow skin and offer you a skin. It's got a vocal modulator with it, and say this is tied to my image and my voice. This will make it quite easy as long as you're good at lying, which again you all are. To impersonate me, I will also. He offers you a data pad, and on that data pad are the key codes to my suite. You will be able to get into my quarters there. After that, I will be leaving the station.
It is curious to us that you have this on hand.
Oh, between you and me, it's a vanity thing.
Ket will reflexively stomp on Marriott's foot, but then realize that he probably just squished a couple hundred constituents.
Not 100, just like 3.
I underestimated how large these bugs are, and I'm infinitely more creeped out now.
He will, he'll wink at Marrioth and say, really, the reason that I have this hollow skin is because age is being less than kind as I get on in years, and I want to maintain appearances.
So what you're saying is he deactivates it to give it to us, and all of a sudden he's just looking way more haggard than he was before.
He's got bags under his eyes, and his his I don't know. There's way more wrinkles everywhere.
When this happened, Ket's just reflexively, ugh.
Oh.
Antigona tries not to be insulted.
Really self-conscious. What have you done?
So, you will be able to, on that data pad is contact information. Let me know once you have secured what you came for, and I look forward to hearing from you again. And he walks away. So he rounds a corner. And then he, before he rounds the corner entirely, he will pull a spell gem from his pocket and then turn back and wink to you all, saying, "You won't want to miss your meeting with Mara Yin," before continuing towards the shuttle dock.
Sloan, we assume that you are taking his identity.
So, almost put on the hollow skin.
Ketch leans into Marayoth and just kind of, hey, yo, he was winking at you a lot. I think you might got a chance there, bud.
A chance to do what?
Ah.
Ah. Oh boy.
Auntie Nuna, so do we get a bonus for having a Kasathan posing as him, or is it just not in there or anything?
No real bonus is conferred by that, really. No, it's so
Okay.
how the hollow
The way-
skin. What?
Yeah.
Oh
No,
okay.
I was just going to say what you were saying. Go ahead.
Yeah, so how the hollow skin works is flavor wise, you know, anybody, even Marayoth could technically put it on and hover in the shape of a Kasathan man, but the touch is not going to be there, right? So like if Marayoth were to make forearms appear, he couldn't they could actually make forearms appear, but then they wouldn't have legs. So
Well, what the hollow skin does is it removes that penalty specifically.
yeah. So, but it doesn't stay enough to touch. So that's all that Sloane's got to worry about, or anybody.
Have to be careful about not shaking 4 people's hands at once.
You
Right.
stand dramatically with your lower arms closed behind your back, like crossed behind your back.
Precisely, yeah. The whole, the admiral look that just.
Yes. Yeah, perfect.
It does still require a disguise check, so actually Auntie Nuna might be better.
Is it disguise check, or are we looking for bluff check here? What are the bonuses we're looking
My
for?
bluff is
'Cause I have
really
a
good.
plus 12 to bluff myself.
I have plus 18 bluff. I just don't have any. I only have plus 7 disguise.
So if Auntie Nuna wants to wear the disguise, but then someone else speaks on her behalf as like the trusted agent.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And and Auntie Nuna can lie a lot too.
So the holographic projector is mounted on a belt or arm strap, and it can be programmed using the disguise skill to project a different appearance. Would he have already done that to look like himself? Do we even need to do that?
You don't need to make the disguise check. No, he has already done. It's already programmed to look like him. So that's a good. Thank you for pointing that out.
He was using it himself anyways. Like no one's gonna. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the image of him that everybody knows anyway. So this is actually the best disguise that you could possibly have for Estriar, because this is his public face.
Yeah.
He uses this disguise every day. Anybody who's like, "That's a disguise," is gonna be like, "Well, Estriar's that was a disguise."
You're a disguise.
They see Estriar without it.
We
They're gonna
look
be like,
more like him than he does right now.
Are you?
yeah, they see him without it, and they're gonna be like, "You look kind of like this Estriar guy, but that's a really bad disguise."
Yeah.
Kind of like when
Scars
famous
on
celebrities enter look-alike contests of themselves and
God.
they lose.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Scars on the wrong side. I hate it.
Thanks. He did pull out a spell gem as he was walking around the corner. He probably has some plan for, getting out of here, because otherwise it would look pretty suspicious, wouldn't it, if he took a shuttle out of here, but then he showed up at his quarters. So
My assumption was invisibility, but who knows?
yeah,
Disguise self.
you certainly don't, because he's around the corner, gone, free in the breeze. So
I don't think trees go away with breezes, but okay.
Yeah, they shouldn't. If your trees are vanishing in the breeze, you have problems, my friend.
I think he said free in the
Concept
breeze.
for the next arc.
We should probably go to that meeting.
Yes.
Yes.
We should indeed. So I think Sloan has the best bluff.
Okay.
And I got that reroll for negotiating.
Okay.
Yeah. Totally.
Gus looks around, seeing all of the golden opulence in this corridor, and he looks at his arm and he concentrates, and instead of oppress, it changes to profit! !
Phenomenal. All
There's a bunch of
right.
question marks above it.
Yeah.
Profit?
All right, we're all about profit now. That's our cover.
That has been largely what this whole crew's been about since the beginning. It's profit.
Yep,
Right,
just
Freedom.
profit.
Accidentally help people as well. or purposefully held people. Y'all have grown
Yeah,
up.
actually, most of it's been pretty purposeful. We're here just for profit. Oh, you're being oppressed? Well, I guess we can help with that.
Fine.
We can't let
Right.
you be oppressed. We really hate the man.
Profit is our motive force, but it's honestly our secondary objective.
Yeah.
Not our top priority.
Our primary objective is sticking it to the man.
Yeah, I'd say that's true.
Bad case of stick to the maniosis.
Yeah. Hey, were these doors back in here?
Back in here.
In the hangar.
Oh, to the left and right in the south of the hangar. Yes, those are doors. They are closets.
Oh.
Do we know where this meeting is?
Yeah. So, you have.
I was wondering, maybe we should have like cloned his planner or something.
Well, he gave us his data pad. It should be on there. Presumably it's on there.
Yes, it has some of his information. Yeah, I guess it would have his planner on it, right? Because it also, like, there's back at his suite, there's information that you can find on his personal computer there as well. But
maybe we do that first. Let's check to see if there's required information on the data pad, and then let's go back to his suite to gather more information before we go to this meeting. That might be the best thing to do.
Yeah, do we have time to do that?
That's what I'm trying to assess.
So,
if we check the day planner, it'll tell us when this meeting is.
Day planner has the meeting scheduled for dinner. It is afternoon, so you've got like 4 or 5 hours until the meeting with Maragin.
I just couldn't care less, but I, Leif, have a burning need to know what was in these closets.
Oh, absolutely nothing.
Fantastic.
They're actually weirdly clean.
Now one of them's got 3 destroyed robots as well, but yes.
Excellent. Yes. Okay.
I guess we go check out his chambers, huh?
All right. Well, I've got a big map to share with you, but first, as you're leaving, Nuna, you hear a faint sound coming from above you, from this hallway. Looking up, you see a maintenance duct overhead. Weird.
More stranded eels.
Auntie Nuna is going to be like, Auntie Nuna is going to say, Maria, do you mind checking out those ducts for me?
Ooh, ducts.
I thought that would be right up your alley.
Check.
All right, we will go exploring.
You will not find anything up there. It's again.
Was that like a narrative thing and not a?
We'll never know.
He doesn't know. He doesn't see.
Marioth goes in through the duct and then a couple minutes later appears out of this duct. Says the ducts are very clean.
Too clean.
Yeah, it's something you'll notice about this place as you're making your way through. Show map. All right, so you now have a map in a sunburst shape. This is a map of Fortune's Heart. There's a whole bunch of locations.
Oh my goodness.
You're going to learn this information about them, but this is mostly information you can find in the directory. So you have, I'll read down it real quick. It is broken into sections, named wings, if you will, named for the various pillars of the Calistocracy, the prophecies of Calistrade, the Caravans wing, the Fortunes wing, Scales, Ascensions, Contemplations, and Seekers, the 6 pillars of the Calistocracy. As a religion, at the very center are the Pure Chambers. I know what I'm doing when I say this, but you cannot go there. So
we go towards the Pure Chambers.
Yep. You find that you cannot enter there. It's so strange.
We push real hard.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't get it. The door's opening, but I just can't get past it somehow.
It's glowing gold on the inside too. Oh, it's so beautiful in there. You'll never make it.
There's just UPBs and credits lining the place.
I got a 34 athletics check. I pushed real hard.
No.
Jen, you know pushing doors open is strength, not athletics.
I
Anyway.
know.
So
I know.
going down the numbers, number 1 on the map is the Crown Jewel, which is a lavish restaurant. It is the most expensive restaurant on the station. Number 2 is the Luster. It's a high-end boutique catering to calistocrats seeking the finest apparel, yada, yada, yada. Number 3 is the Hanging Gardens, a beautiful botanical garden of a 3-dimensional construction made possible by hover technology, offers welcoming greenery. So it's a bunch of I love to picture this one because it's like plants hovering in the air. It's not just all laid out on the ground. It's like, they're just hovering and sort of rotating and orbiting around each other. I think it's really cool. The number 4 is the Gilden View Theater, which is as the name implies, a theater. 400-seat theater that hosts a variety of performances. Number 5 is Estriar's Suite. Number 6 is the Auction Hall. Number 7 is the Peachtree Lounge, which is a bar. Number 8 is the Prix Marie, a restaurant, another restaurant aboard Fortune's Heart that specializes in traditional Kasathan cuisine. Number 9 is the Presentation Hall. Number 10 is the Meditation Room. And number 11, the Chrysalis Tea House. Number 12 is the bank, because of course there's a bank on this. And number 13,
just one bank?
One
Really?
bank to rule
God,
them all.
the line must be awful.
And number 13 is the fitness center. So
One bank, one teller.
That bank is probably gargantuan, served by thousands of tellers.
yeah. Well, I mean, it might be a future bank. You might just be able to walk up to an automated, an ATM, if you will.
Automated teller machine.
Yeah.
It's a future bank dedicated to the god of money. You walk in and it just takes your credits and UPBs and then you leave.
It doesn't give them back. It's a real bad bank.
Yeah. Thanks, and
No
go
withdrawals
pronk
allowed.
yourself.
Thank you for your tithe.
Yeah. So
Don't go there. It's a bad place.
you can make your way to Estriar's Suite, which is in the, looking at the map from a north to south perspective, even though it's, a circle, flat plane in space, it is in the southwest corner of the, close to true south of the station. And I move there. The corridors are paneled of the station in elegant gold molding, and seashell-shaped lights cast a soft glow over the halls. In contrast to the concrete corridors around the docking bays, plush carpets cover the floor, and gentle music plays from well-hidden speakers. Multiple storefronts line the hallways. I'm sorry, Liz, what?
No, I'm sorry. I was humming the girl from Ipanema, which is always what I think of when I think of background music.
Yeah.
And then I stopped.
No worries. So multiple storefronts line the hallways, selling everything from clothes to travel supplies to electronics, and delicious scents waft from cafes and restaurants situated between the stores. The area resembles an elegant mall or shopping sector. Through the hallways bustle well-dressed people of many different species, some of them wearing white and gold. You will, again, know the prophets of Calistrade by the white and gold that they wear. Particularly, all of them will be wearing white gloves. This is, again, something that Moraoth and anybody else with mysticism can know, because white gloves are a symbol of the prophets.
Do we know how you become a prophet? Is it just like you have enough money, or is it like
Basically,
a religious tradition?
You make enough profit to become a prophet.
Yeah, it's not necessarily how much money you have; it's how much money you've given to the church. I'm sure.
It's
like Scientology.
Sort of. It's sort of like a status symbol, right? It's like, it's a bit of column A, bit of column B, where it's like you have so many assets and so much wealth amassed that you have proven yourself to be, because the prophets of Calistrade all center around this core concept of the more money that you make in the material plane in your lifetime, the better off, the more likely that your immortal soul will go to heaven, so to speak, once you die. So
they really are the you can take it with you when you die kind of crowd.
Not only that, but you must.
You must, or else you're dead. Yeah, it's really bad. It's really bad. It's like
I
Egyptian
heard.
pharaohs being buried with their treasure and their pets and stuff. They buried themselves with their pets, guys. I don't know if the prophets do that, but anyway. So that's how you become a prophet. Is you demonstrate the purity of your soul and the your manifest destiny, if you will, to go to heaven by making money. So that is how you become a prophet. The prophets of Calistrade are awful, but also I've found them very fascinating to learn about in running this book. So you have to head through the Ascensions Wing and Scales Wing to reach the West Guest Quarters, where you can find Estriar's suite. The Ascensions Wing contains a similar mix of shops, restaurants, and offices to the Caravans Wing, while offices primarily comprise the Scales Wing. The guest quarters areas resemble an upscale hotel in layout and decor. To keep guests comfortable, the station operates on a typical day-night cycle. During nighttime hours, businesses aboard the station close and lock their doors, but some establishments stay open later than others. Estriar's key codes allow you all to navigate the station, but don't override door locks, nor can you access private offices of specific prophets, nor the pure chambers at the center of Fortune's heart.
Lame.
Yeah, well. Estriar's suite, the suite's front room, features elegant furnishings with a couch and hollow screen opposite the entrance and a carved wooden desk near the door. A well-stocked minibar sits against the east wall near an oval table with 4 chairs. 2 open doors to the northeast reveal small bedrooms, while an open door to the northwest reveals a larger bedroom containing a 4-poster canopy bed. To the west, a door leads to a luxurious bathroom boasting a large hot tub. As you enter this room, you see an Anasite sitting by the desk in the corner reading something on a datapad. They turn to you, swiveling in their chair, and say, "Welcome back, Estriar. Who are your friends?" A second Anasite emerges from one of the small bedrooms, looking at all of you curiously.
Didn't tell us anything about these guys, did he?
We all look at Estriar.
Just some help I picked up. Don't mind them.
Yeah, help! As Sketch is like fishing a beer out of the minibar.
Gus awkwardly flexes his arms so they can see profit.
Go ahead and make me a bluff check, and anybody before Nick rolls it, anybody who would like to assist this bluff check.
All right.
Sweet.
I auto assist.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. All right, so we've got 2 assists.
Man.
Anybody else?
Nuna got 35.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, and 37.
Goodness gracious.
You can just auto assist.
Yeah. Well, hey, easier to avoid heartbreak on really nice rolls. All right, so Estriar makes the bluff check of a 28 plus 4 is a 32.
Yeah.
The DC for this check was in fact 28. As the Anasites, look to each other, look at you, and say, "All right. Will they be needing the use of the bedrooms?"
Yes. They'll be staying.
All right. I will arrange for more rooms for us. And one of the Anasites, leaves the room.
I also forgot I'm wearing formal wear.
Yeah, you're very fancy. So
You're my new butler. It's all good.
I know.
I did want to ask, does Gus adopt the persona of Wooster the butler?
Yes. Yeah. I forgot I was looking. I was like, wait, I have reconfigurable clothing. Wait, I have a suit. So yeah, I will adopt the persona of Wooster the butler, ma'am, sir. And he'll have a little towel draped over his arm, and I think he'll even concentrate to blend in even more, and he's going to shift the color of his metallic horn in his arm, and he's going to shift it to a reddish gold color.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Makes
cool.
sense.
I like that. All right. So
who the heck are these guys?
These are Anasite. Well, they're Anasites. They're robots. If you want, you can make me a maybe engineering to recognize constructs.
Yeah, but we're more curious about like who they are, as in
and
in relationship. Yeah.
God, roll a 2.
That said, I will make an engineering check. Wow, I got a nat 1 and I still did 19. That said, Ketch will engage them in light conversation, trying to assess who these unannounced Anacytes are.
These are okay. So these, with that engineering check, you know, Auntie Nuna, that these are Anacyte ambassadors specifically. They're very good at, as the name implies, ambassador. Talking. They pick up on languages very quickly. They work as translators, and
Would you say they are envoys?
In a flavor sense, sure. In a mechanical sense, no. They're just. You can assume that they might be here, sort of as translators, if such a need were to arise.
But what's the connection between the prophet and these Anacytes? Like, they're.
So every prophet has is allowed a retinue. On board Fortune's Heart, so maybe these were his retinue. He didn't need anybody else, but
I'm just wondering if he owes them money, since we know he's hard up.
Yeah.
But now he's replaced his old retinue with this new retinue. Maybe they're jealous.
I don't know if robots can feel jealousy unless they're programmed to.
I think we should adopt these robots and they should join our crew.
This has gone about as predictably as I thought.
Yep, sure has. So the Anacytes will sort of ignore you all. You can, for lack of a better term, case the joint.
We ignore them back harder.
Okay, good, fine. They don't care. They will.
Good.
I try and feed them. I try and make things that are machine friendly.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so that happens, and they seem, nonplussed. And in the meantime, you all exploring the rooms will find this list of things. Estriar's room contains some of his valuable personal possessions, including but not limited to an impressive wardrobe of Callistocrat garb worth a total of 8,000 credits, and his collection of jeweled rings worth a total of 10,000 credits. In the bathroom is a med kit containing 5 tier 2 medicinal, 2 sedative, 2 stimulants, and 1 sal volatile.
Man, he should have just sold his clothes and stuff. He would have been fine.
Out of the question.
They only sell for 10% of their buying value.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not like the...
No, so...
usually like equipment.
Yeah, if it's listed as worth a total of 10,000 credits or something, and it doesn't have like a mechanical, use, that's treasure. This is worth 10,000 credits. You will sell it for 10,000 credits. That kind of thing.
Marias will gleefully start scooping all of it into a null space chamber.
We're just here to help him out as we're just taking all of his clothes and jewelry out of his closet.
They're taking it to the safety deposit box for safekeeping.
Oh, my good Danger Town. Thank you for getting on the laundry. I was about to get to that.
Yes, the laundry.
Something I, Danger Town, am very familiar with the concept of.
We wear battle garb.
Just every time it flashes over to Ketch, he's wearing another piece of like elaborate clothing or another ring.
I'm just picturing the rings on all of the points of your antlers.
Oh man.
But they're slowly adding up, right? Like it's every shot. There's like another one.
Yeah.
Like starts with one, and then another one over here, and then all of his fingers, and then all of his horns.
I think it doubles every time. So it was 1, then 2, then 4, then 8.
Yep. It's just getting more and more ridiculous.
Just with like the beer turns into fancy champagne, and he's just standing there with like a like encrusted monocle. Just yes,
exactly. A monocle. Yeah. Oh man, y'all are so good at flying under the radar. I can't believe it. So, anyway, if you access Estriar's personal computer, which is at the desk of this room. You find his financial accounts. Estriar's files contain some unwelcome news, if not, I foreshadowed this a little bit. In the hopes of winning this month's auction, he leveraged his fortune in a risky speculation that has since fallen through. Aside from some locked-in investments and personal possessions that you have since found, he was essentially broke. Although lacking in credits, he does have some stock in a tech company that you all can transfer to yourselves for a gain of 10 build points.
Okay. We take it.
This guy
I
really
love
should
how
not
we're
have
just
given
like,
us his ID
Yeah, dude,
identification.
why did he do this?
This is
Yeah.
why he's obviously just not very good at investing. He invested in pirates.
or
Well, I mean,
maybe he's
hoping
off.
that-
Maybe he's
hoping
off
that
doing.
15% that we're totally going to give him
Yeah.
will make up for it.
Maybe he's off doing a real big crime, and we're his alibi.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey,
I
that
mean-
actually kind of makes sense.
You haven't
Yeah.
met anybody, like, nobody has stopped you yet to say, like, hey, Estriar, where's my money? But they very well could. There's a lot of rich people on this ship, and...
He owes money to a lot of them, is what you're telling us?
Oh yeah.
you
Is
don't
there a
know that.
list of the people that he owes money to, so we know when we're in danger?
Now, I may have given you the wrong impression. He doesn't have a little black book or anything like that. He does have a list as you're looking at his personal computer. You find a list of people that he wanted to call in favors for, or from rather, because he has built up a lot of goodwill with other prophets and or people in the retinues of prophets. And in addition to that little list, you find his calendar. You find the following appointments. And did I make a handout for this? I did.
Well, I hope so.
Yay!
So smart. Thanks, Past Tom. So tonight, Estriar has a meeting with one Marine Salvaris at the Pre-Marie, listed as a friendly business colleague in his notes. In the message setting up this meeting, Estriar mentioned calling in a favor. According to his records, he lent her a substantial sum several years ago after some of her investments didn't pay off. The loan status is noted as deferment. Tomorrow, Estriar has a reservation at the Chrysalis Tea House. 3 days from now, you have a reservation for a private banquet at Pre-Marie, a restaurant, again, on the station. 5 days from now, you have tickets to a performance of cabaret ribbon dancing. This event will take place at the Gilden View Theater in the Seeker's Wing. 7 days from now is marked the auction of the White Wind, which seems to be a ship, commerce barge.
This big ship.
Yes.
Hold on,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
being
Run it.
auctioned? Or I thought we were loading stuff onto it.
Well, that was just
So-
speculation on our part.
Why don't you? Well, here, let me read the last bit of this. You're able to discern from his communications on his computer that his personality is serious, intellectual, and dignified, though clearly calculating for, ideas on his personality. But to your
And
question,
Sloan as a character is going to have a lot of trouble.
she's very good at lying, though, so
She
that's
is.
going to help. That's going to help her. So yes, to your question about the ship, why don't, if you all want to find more information about this auction and the White Wind and commerce barges and how this auction works, you could make me a diplomacy check to gather information.
Yeah, let's ask around.
Ask around.
Do it.
Maria.
Actually, two to ask around.
Nat 20.
All
With a
right.
21.
Yeah.
God.
So
Bless his
I
heart.
will
It's hard. Their heart.
Their hearts.
station gossip. I will show this to you, and then I will edit it because it is blank. I hope I can. It's blank. I know it's okay. It's okay. Don't panic. I can fix this.
My eyes.
It's no longer blank. You'll just have to widen it a bit. Maybe open it again.
No, it popped up.
Okay, cool. All right. So,
I don't think we got a 25 though.
I'm going to give 25 to you because Mariath got a nat 20 and I feel bad. You should reward nice rolls. So.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And, what?
No, I looked at DC 25 and what's happening there. Uh-oh.
Oh, no, scroll up to the top. Don't worry about it.
We'll get there.
So buckle in, everybody. Every month, an empty Callistocrat commerce barge called a windfall, designed to strict specifications, arrives at the station. You get it? Windfall, because, it's not anyway. For the next several weeks, it's loaded with rare star metals, precious minerals, and valuable mining data to get more of that stuff. When the next empty barge arrives after a month's time, an auction is held for the loaded windfall, along with many other treasures. So this means that the barge that you all flew in on is not the one that you're going to fly out with. If all
Right.
Yes. So because I know there's a lot to keep track of here, so I'm just gonna, walk it through. Winning the barge promises untold wealth to the victor, who is then free to sail off into the vast and sell the resources on board for exorbitant prices. Invitation to the monthly auction is determined by lottery among Callistocrat prophets interested in bidding. These Callistocrats attend with their retinues in tow, hoping to win the auction, or, failing that, socialize with their peers and make new contacts. You also learn this month's commerce barge, the White Wind, is in one of the station's docking bays. Security around the White Wind is nigh impenetrable, including squads of security robots and biometric locks on both the bay door and the ship itself. The auction is a monthly social event for the Callistocrats, and attendees use the opportunity to network and impress their peers. Long and short of it is, you cannot sneak into this docking bay and steal the ship.
What?
Ooh.
Boo!
You
That
cannot.
sounds like a challenge to me. It doesn't sound like you cannot.
I know it does. I know you. I know players in general, and I know telling you no just makes you want it more. There are
It's
squadrons.
nigh impenetrable. It doesn't say impossible.
Squadrons of robots.
Didn't you see what we did to the last squadron of robots?
I think you're
That was-
mistaking 3 for a squadron, my
That is
friend.
not a
Yeah,
squadron.
yeah.
Hundreds.
Well,
So-
that's not entirely true either. Squadron is like, what, 10 to 15?
Something like that.
Might even be less than that. But
Still.
needless to say, sounds pretty plot armory to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also
Yeah.
implied that there are
Oh,
a
fine.
number of squads, so...
So,
Probably adds up to a battalion.
many Callistocrats have interest in the White Wind, but only a handful have the resources to stand a chance in the auction. Bidders engage in backroom wheeling and dealing to discourage rivals, but violence is prohibited. Gossip is key to these negotiations. Some competitors engage in industrial espionage, hack their rival communications, or conduct illicit surveillance. Finally, and most interestingly, Simon. Yes.
Yeah, I know. I sorry. Before we get to that, I have some big questions about this auction. I'm real confused about the economics of it. Like, first of all, who's like putting all the stuff on the windfall? Is it like a lottery system where all of them pay in and then they have a chance of like getting it back? So it's like a communal lottery thing.
It is the religion itself. The prophecies of Callistrade sort of funds this and makes money off of the auction. It's consider this a lost leader.
They make money off the auction, but it's like they're spending more on the windfall than the auction, right?
Are they, or is it
You assume
tithes?
Yeah,
'Cause, like,
I was just gonna say, you assume they're paying for the resources themselves when they could easily
Yeah.
just procure them.
But why don't they
From-
just sell them?
So generally when you auction things, you make more money than the things are worth.
But then why are people buying them?
It's like a silent.
Because
It's
it's
because
a tax write-off. It's a tax write-off.
Also,
Probably. But
also, I think
like-
it's like a core part of the religion. So, like, the religion
Right,
is
and
probably
it's a-
being given these things for free as tithes from people that believe. They're putting it there and then auctioning it to make money off of the stuff because they want money. And then they're putting money out into the followers' hands to make everyone else be like, look, I can do this thing.
Because
Okay,
And also,
I think I can understand. I think I can
It says in
understand
the
this
very
as-
first block,
I think
this
I can
is a
understand this.
social event for the Callistocrats used to network and impress their peers.
I
Also
understand
valid,
that. I'm
yes.
just trying to figure out like who's actually making money on this. Like, so it sounds
The
like
church is making money on this.
but if they're getting rid of something that's more valuable than I guess what I think is happening is something like the church. This is the church's way of like selling this stuff because the church doesn't have like the resources and the networks to actually sell it. So the profits or the profits who win the auction, they're losing a huge amount of money, but then they're like gaining it back in like the deals that they can make. So like the value add is like the networking and the selling.
Yes.
Sure. If that helps you,
I pictured this as a,
if that helps your little economist brain sleep tonight, sure.
I just see this as a, for lack of a better term, penis measuring contest.
Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense when like you're selling your penis as part of it.
Kasathan, please, it's arm measuring.
All right, you're right. Regardless,
just say genital measuring.
Don't necessarily know where this is coming from, but it is here, and you are. This was the job. You're coming here to steal these resources. So
yes, okay.
Yeah, don't look a stolen gift horse in the mouth.
A loaded ship. This is the.
You want a loaded ship? They've got a loaded ship.
How do we get the loaded ship?
Well, without doing the auction, because if we do the auction,
we don't have the money. Yeah,
we don't have the money. Estriar doesn't have the money, but he had a plan apparently to try and get favors and call other people to get out of the auction and get rid of the competition. This seems to be his what he was working towards here, looking at his files.
I see. You can make it a less liquid market by removing rivals.
Precisely.
Right.
All right, continue.
Yeah. And tying up their resources in other things, perhaps. We'll have to see.
So food poisoning, you say?
Oh my god.
That's not what I said.
Lord.
Anyway, on a 25, one of the attendees this month is Eileen Risora, an executive vice president of EdgeCorp and an influential Callistocrat. An avid cabaret ribbon dance fan, they're attending a performance 2 days prior to the auction. Eileen hasn't indicated interest in the White Wind, but might have their eye on other valuable items, also scheduled for the auction.
So we're not going to that ribbon dancing thing that he's got tickets for. Got it.
Or we have to super disguise ourselves.
Yeah, we're not going.
However, we might want to prevent them from participating in the auction somehow.
Marath, I know that you want to ruin their day however possible. We'll try and make it happen.
And with this conversation, I think we will fade to black on this revelation that Eileen Risora is here on the station. And we will go. Welcome back, everybody. We are coming back on our crew, back in Estriar's guest suite aboard Fortune's Heart. They were looking through his computer, and as well as doing some making the rounds on gathering information using diplomacy. But one thing that I forgot to have you all do while you were looking through his computer, would anybody or everybody like to make me a culture check? Yeah.
I will roll my +1.
I was good.
I actually would.
Suck it.
Yep, nothing but nat 20s over here.
Wow, Simon. All right.
Rolled a 14 for a 30.
Nice.
Rolled a 19 for a 34.
All right. So Sloan, Ketch, and Nuna are going to recognize Severana. Let me show you. Make sure that. Yes. All right. Here is Severana Pilos. In Estriar's files, you notice this name and find this woman, and her name rings a bell to you as somebody that might be a rival. Severana is an undying woman of Lashunta parentage, born in Candaris on Casterville. Although new to the Calistocracy, she achieved prophet status just a few years ago and is one of the most successful Calistocrats currently present on Fortune's Heart. She began her career working for Astral Extractions, Corpsicum mining operations in her home city, callback to Dead Sons, but soon achieved enough success and investors to branch out in her own venture. Not wanting to go head-to-head with Astral Extractions, she instead dedicated her operations to mining valuable minerals off-planet, and thus has a keen interest in the Commerce Barge's contents. You might be able to arrange a meeting with her, either through Marianne, probably through Marianne, but...
I'm sorry, who?
Marianne is the woman that you have a meeting with at the Pre-Marie later today.
Ah.
Yes. So, yes, Severana is a rival of yours. You have identified your first rival. Somebody that might be interested in bidding on this barge. She may be the hardest one to convince not to bid on it, as she is interested in minerals in her own business. But I'm sure y'all will find a way to do it. You're enterprising pirate liar people. You're not quite pirates yet.
But we are liars.
Working on it.
Is that the only rival we find out about from the culture check?
Yes. But you can make me a computers check to hack communications on board the Fortune's Heart, see if you can find anything interesting, any, chatter on...
Ooh,
We sure can.
absolutely.
We host a dinner right before the auction. Gus cooks tainted food. Everyone gets food poisoning.
Problem
There we
solved.
go. Bam.
Book is done.
We skipped this whole section of the book.
They definitely wouldn't track it back to you guys, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course not.
No.
We just have to leave fast enough.
And yeah, all of these Calistocrats would definitely go to, the guest quarters of Estriar instead of all the fancy restaurants that they have on the station.
He hired
the
the best
dinner guys
chef.
come hang out.
We could have Auntie Nuna drum up some fake credentials on me being like the next Gordon Ramsay, Anthony Bourdain, Bobby Flay,
Yes.
whatever.
Yes. And then we'll sneak you into the kitchen and you'll just give everybody food poisoning.
Oh my god. All right, we'll circle
So
back
I got
to
a
that one,
36
because
computers check.
I do like that idea, and I admire your ingenuity. So a 36 computers check is a very nice check, and a 25 is also respectable. In fact, Ketch just barely beats Auntie Nuna to this. And by just barely, I mean, 36 versus 25, probably by like 10 seconds, give or take. Ketch finds information on one Cantier Sursa.
Sleep with one eye open tonight, Catch.
Oh, they look cool.
Yeah, he's super cool. Triaxian native, Cantier has business interests in armaments and defense. His company, Sursa Industries, has multiple contracts with military factions across the Pact Worlds, including organizations such as the Stewards and the Hell Knights, although he also offers private militia services to those with the credits to pay.
I love the mutton chops.
I will...
I
very
like his
fast.
I like his large blue honey dipper, whatever those things
Yeah.
are called.
Yeah, yep, it's just for dipping honey and definitely not for popping people on the head.
Blue honey.
Definitely not.
Blue electrified honey from the Electro Bees.
So you learn this information on the station's unsecured communications channels. It seems that Cantier is not accustomed to duplicity, and so discussed his plan to participate in the auction with his associates over unsecured channels.
Wow.
Yeah, so it is clear to you that Cantier is one of your rivals.
So
Yes.
is he also a prophet? Because we don't
Yeah.
see him with white. Okay.
Yes, he is. I guess he's not. He's not wearing his white
The
gloves.
gloves are underneath the armor.
Yes, yeah. Although Calistocrat prophets, you'd think he would get
Yeah,
custom made
arranged.
white gloves.
Yeah, why doesn't he have white enameled armor with gold trim?
Yeah. It's a great
It
question.
says he deals with a lot of military
Leo!
factions. I'm sure the Hell Knights appreciate his black and red.
Leo!
It's not Leo who wrote this book this time.
No, but they could answer questions.
Oh, it's true. It's true. All right, so
Sorry. So, like, what did we find out because he had his conversations over unsecured channels?
you know that he plans on bidding on the auction. Because again, like a lot of people, what you're gathering from this auction is that prophets don't blatantly say, "Hey, I'm gonna auction on this barge," because then that drives up competition. Because then other people are like, "Oh, well, maybe I want to auction on that barge," or they'll start bugging you. So
It'll also
yes.
make you a target for gentle persuasion. I think they worded it as. I don't remember.
Yeah, gentle persuasion. Violence is frowned upon, but gentle persuasion is a-okay. So, what else I'll give you on Cantir is that his particular weakness, if you will, if these people all had stat blocks and weaknesses and personalities and stuff that I could read off of. Not saying that such a thing were to exist. His particular weakness is he's a bit of a gambling man and might be persuaded into some sort of bet to, I don't know, stay out of the auction.
I was gonna guess his weakness was electro bees and electro honey, and if we could offer him the sight of many hives.
Yeah. No, that's not his weakness. So you can also he has availed himself many times of the fitness center here on the Fortune's Heart, and you might be able to find him there if you were to go there sometime.
Wait. Are you saying that Gus could somehow contribute by maybe beating him in a contest of athleticism as part of a bet?
Maybe even
great feats of strength.
Great feats of strength. Maybe I don't know, sparring match or something. Who knows?
Greco-Roman wrestling and nothing but loincloths.
Loincloths is too much. You gotta do it Grecian, Greek style.
Sure.
Yeah.
Gus is down.
So,
does he need to shave himself first?
Oh,
no,
God.
the more hair, the better.
All right, so you've got Cantir, you've got Severana. You can make me one more diplomacy check to. You've got one more rival that you can suss out with these checks.
Oh God! I rolled like a 6, so only like 19. Garbage.
Wait, are we gathering information about merchants, markets, and merchandise?
Ralvarian is technically a merchant. Go ahead and re-roll that if you'd like.
Yes, 28.
I am a kind of benevolent GM. And
I mean, it is markets, right? We're gathering, we're looking for information about an auction.
Yeah, yeah. I don't feel badly about this one.
Simon disappeared. Is that on purpose?
Did disappear.
Yeah.
Did?
You did.
Your screen's black.
Why?
I don't know.
All right.
Not off, because Discord still recognizes the camera is on.
Yeah.
Black.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
The void is played by Simon.
Nope.
We're all everybody.
That's okay. I will
anyways
show you this thing.
Please.
Which is a good thing. You'll notice that all of you have edit rights. Hi, Simon, you're back. We can see your camera. You will all notice that you have edit rights, so you can make notes on these people if you want.
This person's the coolest.
He does have some dope art. His name is Ralvarian Eumaris Harrington III. Born on a small outpost on an asteroid in the diaspora, Ralvarian Eumaris Harrington III, male bleachling gnome, worked his way up from nothing to financial success, but at the cost of bleaching due to his single-minded focus. His company, Inosis, develops and manufactures technological items and augmentations, particularly hybrid items. You learn that Ralvarian is extremely suspicious and adheres to the Calistocracy's strictures even more fervently than the average prophet. He has backed out of more than one business deal, you're getting this through gossip and whatnot, due to the portents, quote-unquote, not being in favor of that course of action. If you can trick him into thinking that there are bad omens related to the auction, he might flee the station rather than attend. Of note, Estriar's records on his personal computer indicate that he knows Terra, female human, a member of Ralvarian's retinue. She owes Estriar a favor, And you all might be able to reach out to her and ask her to assist you in playing some tricks on her employer. This will provide a bonus to any and all skill checks to spook him.
What kind of things are bad omens?
You tell me. What do you think you could? What could you all do to this poor bleaching gnome?
I mean, we could get we could like release a black cat across his path. We make him accidentally walk under a ladder. Like, accidentally break a mirror. Can we trick him into accidentally breaking a mirror? I bet we can.
Yeah. If you can, tell you what, if you can tie it into a skill check, and also, being bad luck, I will totally count. Sorry, there's like a little fly buzzing around my microphone, which is very distracting. You're going to need a certain number of checks to make this pass. And
I have an idea.
Yes.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Atinuna poses as a financial soothsayer and reads his tea leaves. She can use bluff, and she can use sleight of hand to like swirl his cup in a certain way to get the tea leaves to clump. And
it just looks like a skull.
Yeah.
The Grim.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's great. We could set it up in the gardens and like have his the girl at his retinue be like, there is this soothsayer.
Yes.
She knows everything, and you have to go see her.
This all sounds wonderful. Now, at the risk of giving you, I fear I've already given you too much information, because now you have 3 rivals in your head right now. You do have that meeting with Mara Yin. Would you like to keep that meeting real quick before we continue?
We would.
Yes. We should probably set this up tomorrow.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. So, meeting with Mara Yin. So, the meeting is again at the Marie, which is a lavish restaurant here on Fortune's Heart. All of the locations will be here on Fortune's Heart, so I'll try to stop saying that. Jeweled chandeliers hang from the ceiling of this lavish dining room. Circular tables of multiple sizes are scattered throughout the room, complete with silver velvet around them. Staff in black and white suits bustle between tables, bearing trays of spice-scented food, and a long bar with an impressive array of bottles stands behind the counter. A quiet hum of conversation fills the room, accompanied by soft music piping through the restaurant. At a table near the center of the room sits a human woman with light brown skin and black hair streaked with red. Her white clothing embroidered with gold appears a bit more flamboyant than that of most of the other diners. As she sees her old friend approaching, and for that, let me show you yet another handout. There are going to be a lot of handouts. You will notice I made a whole folder for NPCs. As she sees her old friend approaching, she rises to her feet, smiling warmly and holding out a hand. Estriar, darling, it's been ages. How are you?
Well, quite well. How about you?
Oh, I'm just famished right now. I'm very hungry for. I've heard wonderful things about this restaurant's space steak.
Do you think they will cut it into very tiny pieces?
Oh, I suppose anything goes. Yes. Just make a request, I suppose. And you all will sit down to a meal.
Gus is going to stand at his captain's shoulder, one arm behind his back at his lower back, and the other one just held across his chest with like a napkin draped across his arm.
Thank you, character. Thank you.
Wearing his full suit.
Yes,
his red gold, his rose gold arm that screams profit, and
are we butlers too? We forget.
I think Gus was the only one that bothered to disguise.
Yeah, he was. It's okay though.
No,
I like it.
Hold on. Catch would have put on some of the robes or something like that.
Yeah.
Close to blend in.
Yes.
That's totally fine. You can always sell.
I hope you don't mind that I brought friends.
Oh no, not at all. The more the merrier. So the meal will arrive. You all can eat. It is delicious food, if very small portions. And the evening will progress, or the meeting will progress anyway, and Marine will turn to you. Oh, yes, Catch.
Just catches bluffing his way through high society talk. Let's see, 19. Not too bad. Sort of believable to some people.
Yeah. You're not trying to pass yourself off as a prophet, so it's pretty pretty all right.
Still trying to blend in though. This is not the type he's used to dealing with.
Of course.
Yeah, I guess practically speaking, Marielle should probably just be hiding in a briefcase.
Mm.
It is too notable, and we probably don't want the presence of another Spathane getting back to Elaine.
Yeah.
We can put you in a briefcase. That's fine.
Yeah.
Just, don't say anything, briefcase.
Also, there has to be just shops on this place. At some point, we could drop 500 credits and just get you a hollow skin so you can disguise yourself as something else. Because someone else can make the disguise check.
Bad at all of this.
Yeah, but you just don't have to talk. That way we don't have to stick you in a briefcase.
It's not problematic. Look, if it makes you feel better, turn on your environmental protections and climb into my null space chamber. I'll get you out.
No, the briefcase is perfectly comfortable. That's not the problem.
Okay.
But the briefcase doesn't go with my attire.
I'll carry the briefcase. Auntie Nuna can serve as a financial advisor.
So we flash back from this conversation happening in Estriar's guest suites to a close up on a briefcase sitting on the floor next to Auntie Nuna's chair.
That just
No one ever
spoke,
guesses
I might
there's
add.
going to be a briefcase full of bees.
Oh no, wait, I just had a great flashback to Welcome to Nightville where there was literally a man who carried a briefcase full of bees.
Of course.
So
Marine
will lean across the table to Estriar and say, "Now, I'm so sorry, my dear. I know what this meeting is about, but I do not have the funds to repay you just yet. I do remember you saying something about a few favors, though. I would be happy to arrange some of those for you if you'll deduct the net worth of said services from my debt to you."
We could arrange something. A little bird told me that perhaps you could arrange a meeting with Severana Pilos.
Oh, yes, that would be easy. Of course. In fact, and she'll, I will tell you, I have a handout, yet another. Estriar's Minor Favors. Sounds like... yeah. So, these are all the things that you as a party can call in, once per bullet. So you can obtain a single item worth 1,000 credits or less. You can create a distraction that causes one room on the station to be empty for 1 hour. You can attempt a computer's check on the crew's behalf to create or detect a forgery, gain root access to computer terminals controlling minor functions on Fortune's Heart, not including the docking bays, or hack a system with a modifier of plus 15 computers. Improve the attitude of one indifferent or unfriendly NPC on the station by 2 steps. And or provide information about a particular individual, location, event, or other discrete topic as if a PC succeeded at a very difficult recall knowledge check. So all of these are things that Marine can do for you.
Nice.
And you are not limited to one. You may choose each of these at one point or another. So.
Good.
Don't forget, we got to ask for one random 1,000 credit object just because.
I would like a submersible. What?
I would like a
Briefcase
1,000
bees.
credit brick of no qual.
Yeah, just get us 1,000 BP or not BPUs,
UPBs.
UPBs. Thank you, Jesus.
Well, that would be, it says obtain a single item worth 1,000 credits or less. I think you'd be
All right, sorry.
Stick with 1,000 credits on it. One
Yeah.
item.
We would
Thank
like a ruby worth 1,000 credits.
Well, a ruby with what? All right. Well, I tell you
Carved
what.
to look like a Rencrota.
She will. Oh gosh.
We're just being silly.
Yeah, we're not actually asking for that right
no,
now.
No, I am well aware of your silliness, my friends. But there was.
You can find a legitimate use for this.
Maybe
She
you
will. she offers. There it is. As a good faith down payment on her debt, though, Marine will offer you a credit stick containing 1,000 credits.
It's
Oh, lovely.
So really, you're getting 2,000 credits out of her. You can put that.
plus a bunch of favors, which could be priceless.
Yes. Oh yeah, could be very timely. So, she asks you. So, Estriar, are you really making a plan for the White Wind at the auction?
What would
Estriar.
you like to know?
Nick, that's you.
That's Sloan.
Oh, sorry, I'm not used to being Estriar.
No, of course. Yeah. So she asks Sloan, Estriar, are you going to be making a play for the White Wind? I know you had mentioned something about that to me.
Well, a prophet never reveals his secret.
Of course. But between you and me, I really do think that you might have a play for it if you call in all these favors.
Oh, why is that?
Oh, well, you could root out anyone else who might be making a serious play. I know you are very good at the wheeling and dealing aspect of this. It's how you got here. It's how I got here. You certainly won't be able to find everyone who plans to bid. Sorry, fidget spinner. But it will greatly increase your odds at winning this ship if, of course, you were to be making a play for the White Wind.
Sense motive.
You wouldn't happen to have heard about anyone else who's planning to make a bid, have you?
I can do some digging around, I'll get back to you with what I find. But
on comms, Marath will, I guess, message Sloan. Maybe she can get us to talk to Tara, also the person in. Oh no, that's something that Estriar knows, not someone Marine.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, the one thing we had that she could do for us out of these so far was arrange that meeting
With Severana, but I suspect that that's one that we should save for last because it's sort of the hardest one.
Well, I mean, I just asked her to set it up. We haven't set a time or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think she just left off with saying, I can. She'll look into things for you and try to find different rivals and whatnot. But recommends that you do some digging on that respect as well. She's happy to set up some meetings. She's a bit of a matchmaker with meetings and stuff like that, and definitely recommends that you go out and experience the station, try and meet people. Just that's the best way to catch gossip and whatnot. So that's what she'll recommend. So the meeting will, or dinner meeting, will sort of conclude, and you all will go your separate ways. I showed you identifying your rivals. I have so many heckin' handouts. I can close my Marine. Y'all are going to keep track of Estriar's minor favors. We've got that. All right. So she will set up that meeting for Severana. That can really happen whenever you all want. You've got a week until the auction of the White Wind. So we can. A lot of this is sort of going to be abstract, wibbly wobbly time stuff. There are some events that you all again have on your calendar that need to happen at certain times. But other than that, y'all have your run of the place for a week.
Okay, so our best lead, I guess, right now that we haven't dug into yet is Tara, right? Do we want to talk to her?
Tara?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, you can send her a message on comms or whatever. Not comms, but send her a space email, a spee-mail, if you will.
I would prefer not to, thanks.
Okay, well, space email then. Fine. Be boring.
Just say space mail.
Fine.
Yeah, we want to tell Tara about this this soothsayer, right?
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, she doesn't seem too thrilled with the idea of pulling a prank on her boss, but she does owe Estriar a favor, a pretty significant favor, and thus will happily, play along with this. And this will give you a +2 circumstance bonus to your checks to fool.
Ralvarian.
Ralvarian, thank you.
All right.
Into being spooked.
Believing.
So, you want to start messing with Ralvarian?
Sure.
All right. So
Can we do that tomorrow? Like, what time is it after we're done with dinner here?
It's evening, so yeah, this could be
Yeah.
the next day.
I mean, do we need to worry that much about time? Or?
Not terribly.
Seems
Tomorrow,
like it with there being a schedule.
yeah. So tomorrow you have. Oh gosh.
Reservation at the Chrysalis Tea House.
Thank you. Oh, the tea house. So yes, that's Ray's computer. That's the one I need to. All right. So yes, tomorrow you have a reservation at the Chrysalis Tea House. 3 days from now, you have the private banquet at Creamery. 5 days, you have the cover-out ribbon dancing, and then 7 days is the auction. So you could start, because again, it doesn't have to be all in one day for Ralvarian. Just, you need things to spook him in a series. It might seem more suspicious, or less suspicious rather, if it was over multiple days. But that's not me telling you how to do it. So
No, I like it.
That's what
Ketch
I
will start off
thought
by,
we were going to go for. Yeah.
go,
if
Kat.
that's how we're going to do it. Ketch will send him an anonymous email, but it's not like he's going to try to make it look like it's just like some spontaneous message spawned out of like the ether rather than it's been sent from somebody.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Well-
That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Totally.
What are the contents of this email?
It would say something to the effect of "Beware the white wind," something really obscure, but that'll still line up with being
Ill
ominous.
omens.
Yeah.
All right. Why don't you make me a computers check?
Gladly. 34.
Ooh.
All right. That is one success towards your needed successes here. And I will make note of that on my GM thing.
the sender address is like that text scroll like downward, like how people try to make demonic writing look.
All right. Very good. So the tea time approaches. It's like mid-afternoon on this day, and you all, I imagine, are heading to the tea ceremony.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes. One step behind Sloane and to the side, still in my butler uniform.
Of course, that's his only proper booster. So
I do step forward to get the door for him though.
Do we want to try to pull our tea leaf reader prank at the tea house?
Will he be there?
Perhaps after this reservation.
I mean,
that depends on if Ralvarian is there. Yes, because this isn't.
well, we were gonna ask Tara to invite him to wherever. Anyway.
I see. Okay, then.
Yeah. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Then yes, he is there. Yeah. So Ralvarian will appear at the tea ceremony, afternoon tea. So the event takes place in the Chrysalis Tea House in the Contemplations Wing. The tea house's main room is illuminated by floating lanterns that hover near the ceiling. The tables have been pushed together to create one long seating area. Carved wooden chairs line the table, which is covered with a white cloth. Each place setting has a teapot and several wooden tools. The scent of cinnamon wafts through the air. As attendees gather around the table, an elderly Kasathan man emerges from behind a curtain at the back of the room. The chatter from the attendees fades into a respectful silence. "Welcome, friends," he says. "I am Tea Master Haloru Mora Calvice of Clan Saurus, House Verdi, Jeweled Eye of Ghislaine. I will be your host this evening. I hope we can enjoy a convivial atmosphere together." Glancing around the room, you see roughly 15 Callistocrats and their retinues. Many of those present are Kasathan. while other attendees have attended to perhaps get a taste of Idaran culture. Ralvarian is, in fact, there. Individual place settings at the tables contain the teapot and tools for each person, along with a small electric-powered brazier. It is clear that each of you is invited to participate in the ceremony. So, who would like to participate in this ceremony?
Auntie Nuna.
Sure.
What's necessary to participate?
It would seem silly if Estriar didn't participate. That's pretty much the only one that, it's like, quote unquote, soft required.
Yeah. I mean, I feel.
Can I use the sleight of hand to copy other people? Does it look like I know what I'm doing?
This is a traditional Kasathan ceremony. You do have Auntie Nuna right next to you. You might be able to copy her using perception or culture, or sleight of hand will come into it at some point.
Oh, wait.
And we can also use bluff to pass secret messages, so...
That's true.
I know this is a little bit...
It's tea. How hard could it be?
I know this is a little bit tangential, but does Profession Cook offer any insights into this tea ceremony?
No, not in this case.
I don't think I got anything I could offer to the ceremony. I'll just stand at Estriar's elbow.
All right, that is perfectly acceptable. So, the tea being used in today's ceremony is a traditional. I'll say this as Tea Master Haloru. The tea being used in today's ceremony is a traditional spiced Kasathan tea made with black tea leaves and a blend of cinnamon and other spices. This ceremony will involve several stages. This is Tom speaking, each of which requires a successful skill check to properly perform. Any of you who wishes to perform may do so. Auntie Nuna, you gain a racial +2 to these checks as a Kasatha. So, first...
Catch stands by what he said.
Is catches... all right, so let's get... Who is participating? Type in chat. I. All right. There's only 3 of you. I don't... yeah. All right. So I can remember the 3 of you. So first, the tea implements are ritually cleansed in bowls of fresh water. A PC who succeeds at a culture check knows what to do. Alternatively, a PC who succeeds at a perception check can surreptitiously observe others to see what they do and mimic their actions without obviously seeming ignorant.
You want me to roll again, or you want to just use the one I already did?
I will use the one that you already did. All right. So, you are all 3 of you are able to successfully navigate these murky tea-steeped waters as you rinse the tea leaves here. The water is then heated in a small stone teapot over an open flame until it's about to boil before being poured into teacups. As Tea Master Haloru sort of, it's think of like, the cooking classes where he's sort of on a raised platform at the front and he's demonstrating to you all and leading you. So dried tea leaves are whisked quickly into the water and stirred constantly for 2 minutes. A PC must succeed at a dexterity check or a sleight of hand check to properly heat the water and whisk in the tea.
Ooh.
Oh
no!
Oh my god! That one's across the board.
Wow.
That's, first of all, 3 nat ones. Talk about your ill omens. But I recommend using a reroll on Estriar's.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
do we have another reroll? Let me check.
Didn't you not use shades?
Oh, you're right. Happy birthday, Shades. Let's try this again. That's a 37.
That is
much better.
so much better. All right. So, yeah, the DC for this, you almost made it on that nat 1, Nick, I will say. But sadly, close, but no cigar. But you made it with the reroll, so Estriar almost knocks over his teapot, we'll say, as he stirs a bit too vigorously and manages to
Didn't happen.
finesse it. Yeah, but that's not how it happened. Finally, a wooden dipper is used to add drops of a sweetener, which is typically honey, but to adhere to Callistocrat dietary guidelines, agave syrup is substituted for this particular ceremony. A character must succeed at a culture or mysticism check to know how many drops to add.
Culture it is. 32.
Ooh, very nice. All three of you, in fact, recognize that it's obviously 12 drops of syrup that need to be added, one for each month of the tempering. So, with that, after the ceremony is complete, you're served snacks and given the opportunity to mingle. Tea Master Haloru will bustle over to Ketch and say, "Oh, young man, you did such a... I admire your gumption with attempting this ceremony. I would like to present you with a gift." And he will pull out a ceremonial tea set and says, "So you can practice every day to get better."
And
That's
Catch
the
is
most
thinking, "Oh yeah,
passive-aggressive gift I've ever gotten.
This tea set is worth 500 credits.
There's
So-
no way we're
forward.
selling this. Ketch is gonna treasure this tea set forever and always, because that tea he had was so good. He's like, it has totally changed his mind about tea and everything. He's like just completely awestruck. He's just like, "Oh, thank you so much, Master." What was his name?
Haloru.
Thank you so much, Master Haloru. I will make tea in this every day.
I love it.
And
Catch
never did a
It's all
crime.
about tea now.
And Catch never did a crime again.
Catch became a
Well,
tiefling."
Oh yeah,
That's what Nick just said.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
It was building on Nick's thing.
Yeah. All right. So, I like the puns. Sorry. Cursed crosstalk and, well, internet connections, really. So, as you're going through the ceremony, we're nearing the end, and towards the end of the ceremony, we'll flash back a little bit. Ralvarian is, drinking to the dregs of his teacup, and who is going to lean over to Ralvarian and say, an ill omen or some such?
I thought it was Nuna that was going to do that one.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, Nuna.
Nuna will pretend to glance casually at his tea and then gasp. An ill omen. She's putting on an accent.
An omen of eels?
They're gonna fall out of everything, everywhere. It's dangerous.
The pattern of the leaves and the foam in your tea is very ominous.
He turns to you and says, "What? No.
I hope you do not have any intentions of
Spending large
Well-
amounts of money.
of spending large amounts of money anytime soon, my friend."
Well, I mean, of course I do. It's Fortune's heart. I mean, what?
Oh, this would be very, very unwise. The tea is never wrong.
Make me that bluff check.
All right. Fingers crossed, guys.
Oh no, I didn't cross mine.
Oh,
No.
boy.
Okay, so that's a 18 plus 2 because she's wearing a mask. So
Yeah.
that's 20 plus 6. 26.
This is true.
That might have done it. What is my DC?
Do we have any plus ones?
And
No, we
we
get a plus
terrified
2
him.
though.
Plus
get
our
plus 2.
circumstance
All right.
bonus from Tara.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
So-
28.
That is a 28. That is enough to
Ooh.
crest the DC. You have 2 successes on Mr. Ralvarian. Excellent. So he is visibly shaken by your performance here, and sort of hands jittering, sets the teacup down and says, please excuse me. And he rushes out of the restaurant, even whiter and paler than normal, because he's a bleaching.
Ooh.
I get it.
This is just so funny to me. I'm sorry.
No, it's great. All right. So, also while you're here at the tea ceremony, why does anybody who'd like to give me a sense motive or diplomacy check?
Well, sure.
Oh God, rolling
All right.
garbage.
So that's
33.
okay. Sloan's got the 33, 19 on the die, very spicy. Manages to discern through the crowd. Maybe hears, something, or is talking to somebody about, pattering, trying to find out other rivals. Notices an elf named Taylerinus. With some well-placed questions, you are able to discern some information about him. Not the least of which is that he is very interested in this White Wind auction. You have found another rival. Let me show you yet another handout. I know I haven't given you enough handouts today, so
No, you have not.
One.
Oh,
Originally,
douche.
yeah,
Just like
big
Oh,
D-bag
wow.
guy
Wearing his
from
gloves.
this guy.
He like looks punchable. Just it's a punchable face.
Yeah,
very
not often you get
punchable
to
face.
He has a punch-inducing pheromone cloud, I think.
So, this Taylerinus is originally from Severian and has had a long career and an even longer life. Raised in a wealthy family, he built upon his inheritance, all on his own, of course. Eventually, he bought a
And the
biotech.
100,000 credit infusion from his parents.
Of course, yeah, very small, 100,000 credit.
Very small.
Eventually, he bought a biotech conglomerate out from under the nose of a competitor, a witchword named Zlene. Since then, the two have had a bitter feud, exacerbated in Taylerinus' mind by Zlene's longer life and her capacity to outweight him.
Mm.
Why
Which
is he
is
not
very
wearing
impressive.
gloves?
Yeah, he's not wearing his gloves.
Non-believer!
Artist's interpretation versus the description of the character. I don't know, man.
Indeed.
Leo!
He doesn't want to draw attention to his tiny hands. It's okay.
Oh my god.
No. All right. So you are able to also find his weakness in recognizing him through gossiping and whatnot. Posting it there. All right. So Taylerinus can't stand the idea of his conglomerate falling into Zlene's hands. If you might be able to offer a way to keep Zlene's hands off his business permanently, truthful or not, he'd happily step out of the running for the White Wind in exchange, probably. And you are Estriar, so you theoretically, again, all of this is built on you might say you sit on a throne of lies, right? Like all of this is built on the fact that you are Estriar, this powerful businessman that nobody knows is actually broke.
This house of cards only gets taller and not
This is a house of
wider in the
Throne
base.
of lies.
it's a house
Very
of cards built on a throne of lies.
Yes. And
Yes.
foundations of sand. It's not as funny, but it's poetic. So
I like that he wants to keep her
No, I love
hands off it. And she's a witch bird, so she has 4 of them.
she does have 4 hands. Have I told you I love races with more than 2 arms?
Twice today now, actually, for those of you keeping track.
Yes.
Today's all about arms and hands.
Yeah. So that is somebody that you know. You might even be able to. You could absolutely just walk over to him right now at the tea ceremony. It wouldn't be untoward. You're at the end where you can mingle and chat and stuff, because that's what all this is secretly for. Not so secretly, networking and stuff. So what do?
Yeah, let's go over there and see what we can do.
No, you can't have a Fathenay but made of hands. Sorry. Please continue, Nick. I interrupted your flow.
Taylerinus, right? I've heard you're quite the businessman.
Why, yes, I'm sure you have. And you are Estriar, yes?
Yes, indeed. I've have some information that might interest you. You do some very juicy details about your competitors, Lanai, that have to come into possession of.
His eyes like visibly bulge at the mention of Lanai's name. Do tell.
Oh, just there have been some rumors circulating. I don't know if you've heard, but if one were to have evidence that they were true, she'd be ruined. Her board might take the company away from her entirely.
Fascinating. What would it cost me to perhaps procure these rumors?
Oh, you know, not much. Just leave before the auction.
Well, I suppose you have a deal, Estriar.
Good. Send me confirmation when you're off station, and I will forward you the details.
Now, we've just role-played exactly how that conversation's probably going to go, but I do need to make some skill checks. Because I was like, oh, right, the skill checks. So why don't you make me, you are lying through your teeth.
My teeth. I have nothing. Nothing to give him at all, and I'm not going to send him anything.
Yeah, so why, some obvious choices here are bluff, diplomacy, sense motive are options. Your retinue can also help you with this, or make some checks, because your retinue aren't just voiceless.
Ketch would assist with a bluff or make a bluff themselves, if that's possible.
Gus will lean into his captain's ear and whisper, ma'am, sir, have your economist over there put a time release on the data packet so that he can't open it until after the auction.
Yes. Good call. And then maybe Catch could assist me with an engineering to like send him a locked data packet.
I like that.
Or I guess that would be computers.
Yeah, because engineering is the physical, computers is the code. So, all right. So it sounds like you're definitely lying. So Catch definitely.
Look at that! That is a secure data packet.
That is one secure. Yeah, man, he's gonna try too, but he's
Is it full of cat memes? Please say it's full of cat memes.
It's full of cat memes. It's full of cat memes and also like the Jurassic Park virus. Just when he opens it up, it's just gonna be Catch going.
Oh, the worst.
Please say the magic word.
But also as what was this guy's name that Nick is disguised as right now?
Estriar.
As Estriar is saying this, Ketch is just making like all sorts of like comments, just like, oh, unheard of, unseemly, just depraved. If you will allow the assist and bluff, that would be an auto assist. But that's how he's assisting.
100%. Yes. So, all right. So that's an assist on bluff from Ketch. Can I assume that Auntie Nuna is also assisting with bluff?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So Sloan, why don't you roll that bluff?
We're the two on either side just gossiping. Just it's horrible, I tell you.
Horrible. That's a 30 plus 4 is 34.
Dang. Yep. That's another success. You got him hook, line. Now reel him in. With another, it can be bluff again. It could also be sense motive. It's whatever you want.
All right. Another bluff. Here goes. 34.
Hey.
34. So yeah, Taylorinis is just eating it up. He just absolutely is certain that he is finally going to get the angle on his longtime rival. They've both been, rivals longer than you've been alive. And man,
that's
so disappointed.
That's how you get them, right? I have embarrassing secrets about your rival. It will ruin them. Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
Number 6 will surprise you.
Yeah,
Are you like
almost certain, with no proof that his rival collects Beanie Babies.
Yeah, that's it. That's the whole thing. Is just a picture, badly photoshopped picture of Lene holding 4 Beanie Babies, like Goosebumps girl from the meme.
She refers to them as her children.
Oh man! All right. So
Victory's ours.
victory is yours. You can check Taylaranis off your list immediately after writing it down. So
He wasn't even on my list. Oh, here he is. He is on my list. Closed. Gone. Done.
Done.
Check.
All right.
Just strike through. We're done. Off. He's off the table.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay. So that is great. And Taylaranis will also tell you that he believes that Zlene would probably be interested in this White Wind auction as well. And you
Can
should
we get
check.
a handout?
Yeah, sure. I got a handout. Thought you were sick of handouts. There's
No,
Lene.
I'm using them to
Oh,
keep
that-
track of who we have.
No, I
That's
know.
super cool. I love that
Yeah.
art.
Yeah, Witchword
Is it-
art is awesome, and this art in particular is chef's kiss.
Yeah, this book is pretty great. Honestly.
I love
Yeah.
the full face covering and
Mhm.
the pattern. Like that looks like cloth of gold, and it looks amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, the
Yeah.
fabric is great. I
Yeah.
love that they made it clear that everyone's wearing gloves. They didn't just like tint their hands really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for the
So-
one guy.
There's that elf. He wasn't wearing his gloves.
But well,
thinks he's
he's
better than
clearly
everyone.
just a bad person all around.
Yeah.
Do we need to make a cultures check about this person now to gather more information about them, or?
Taylaranis will spill the tea like hard.
Oh,
Taylaranis
fantastic!
hates this lady. So
Yeah.
Then we go to
good.
her and say we have rumors on him.
I'm not saying that's a bad idea.
I think it'd be hilarious if you go to her and you're like, hey, I'm looking for information about so and so, and she's like, who? Like she doesn't even care.
Oh my
Jesus.
god.
Oh my god!
So-
No, even better. We get there and she has Beanie Babies.
So Lene is a fixture in Callistocrat circles since the Gap. She's accumulated her fortunes for centuries. She is indeed a female witchword. Witchword?
I think it's
Anyway.
weird.
Mhm.
I think it's
Yeah,
weird.
witchweird. Has accumulated her fortunes because the witchweirds are known to live for centuries, if not millennia. And her inability to remember her dealings during the Gap doesn't seem to trouble her because she has been alive she is pre-Gap. She's one of those. She owns a multi-system conglomerate with holdings in a number of industries, and she has a particular fondness for biotech and the medical field. Like most witchweirds, she says absolutely nothing of her home world, though it's rumored that she's a member of the Tetrad. The Witchweird, I read up on the Witchweirds again in preparing for today, and Witchweirds are super dope. They are responsible for the Kasatha and the Shobad. They like seeded those races onto their respective planets, and
Yeah.
that's some Mass Effect stuff,
So-
which I am also just.
So is
starting
it
to read.
like they seeded some settlers and then they changed over time, or did they genetically engineer something derived
They are-
from their genetics?
They genetically engineered
Yeah.
them. You'll notice some similarities, right? Like
Well, yeah.
the Kasatha have similar skin tone and forearms. Shobad have similar skin tone and are really big, but also have forearms. Witchweirds are also, funnily enough, 7 feet tall on average.
Whoa, I always thought they were
they're-
like 5.
Exactly.
They
Yeah.
look kind of squat.
Yeah.
Man, they must be like really intimidating.
Holy
Exactly.
crap. I want to play a Witchweird now.
Right.
I've
Right.
been wanting to play a Witchweird. I think they're way
Whole
cool.
party of Witchweirds next season.
Oh,
Witchweird. Sold.
20 arms.
Man, we're gonna have to
You're in
remember
good
and put
hands.
Witchweird on the poll, whether or not somebody plays one,
Yeah.
just to throw everybody off.
Mhm.
The catchphrase for next season would be, "You're in good hands." 20 of
With-
them.
Oh my god!
One person
one's the
plays a
Witchweird?
Skittermander, so it's
Everyone must have more than 4 arms,
Uh,
or more than 2 arms, 4
Well,
or more.
You've got a lot of options. There's the
They really are.
slug people that have 3 arms, whose names I can't remember now. They're lithic.
Korlu.
they're the core live. Yeah, they're silicon based. And yeah, there's a whole bunch of options. Anywho, so Taylorinis assures you that Zlene still holds a grudge against him, as well, since Taylorinis was the one who bought out a conglomerate from underneath Zlene, and it turned out to be a great idea. Made Taylorinis a ton of money. And you all get the sense that, and maybe Taylorinis suggests this as well, Zlene might fall for a proposal to stage a hostile takeover of Taylorinis's conglomerate. You know what? Taylorinis does suggest this because he suggests that you could talk to Zlene about buying, half a majority share, if you will, right? Like 26%, and then you all tell Zlene that you'll also buy 26%. And this is all coming out much more sophisticated and snooty sounding from Taylorinis's mouth. But he suggests that you trick Zlene into committing enough of her liquid assets that she doesn't have enough to buy the barge.
Is it snooty and sophisticated, or is it just inane ramblings that we have to piece together?
That's legalese.
No. Little inane ramblings like of a 3-year-old.
It'd be huge.
No. I don't even want to pretend to role play that.
No.
No. But yes, a little bit of that as well.
People like that just don't exist in this reality.
Oh,
world.
If only it was true here.
You're standing on a space station that begs the contrary, unfortunately. But okay, so you may meet with Zlene. You might run into her later. Who knows? But that is Taylorinis's recommendation for getting Zlene out. And he is pretty certain that she will want to buy the commerce barge herself, because of course she would. That, pronking fleamhead. I hate her so much, yada, yada, yada. Do you know she said one time, and just continues to ramble on and on.
I'll just have another appointment.
Oh, we hope so.
Yes, sir. We have an appointment on the other side of the station in just 40 minutes.
Yes. I'm sorry, we have to go. Have a good one. Bye now.
Thank you so much. I look forward to getting that data package opened.
They're just staring at their holo display of their watch with just a timer counting down to after the auction.
Oh, yeah.
With like an envelope with a lock on it.
Yeah. Cut to 7 days from now. They're, sitting at their desk at some richly appointed office, and they're just, oh boy, today's the day. Today's the day. Over on Zlene, and then it just opens up, on his computer and just covers every screen in the room, and it's just.
I hope he used her face to do
Oh yeah.
No, it is the face of what's his name from Jurassic Park.
Oh, Dennis Nedry.
Line for line, the same virus.
Dennis Nedry as a witchweird.
Yes.
An upsetting image, to be sure.
Just a witchweird, but with his face on it. Just oh no.
Okay. So, I think that's quite enough fun for one day. A day passes, and in keeping score, you have you've taken care of Taylorinis. You are inches away from Ralvarian, lots of names, Ralvarian Eumeris Harrington III, and you know of Severana, you know of Zlene, and you know of Cantir Sursa. So all of that is great, but I'm going to throw one more thing onto it. Ready? So you get a message the morning after the tea ceremony, and gotta scroll around in my notes. Just an unbelievable amount of notes for this section.
I believe it.
Yeah. So this message arrives on Estriar's datapad. It is from one Xander Marinesta, inviting you to dinner tonight at the Crown Jewel, which you all know to be the most expensive restaurant on Fortune's Heart. He suggests in the email that you might be able to help each other this is a direct quote from the thing, to help each other in your endeavors here on Fortune's Heart. So,
so does that conflict with the reservation at Pre Marie, though?
No, that's the following day.
Correct.
Okay, I thought you said the morning after the tea house, and the day after the tea house is the Pre Marie.
No.
2 days after the tea house is the Pre Marie.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. Oh, yep. Nope. I was misreading it.
No worries. Listen, Jet, how could you not keep these 20 different things straight in your head, Jet? Come on, remember it. No, it's fine.
Just the worst.
I'm sitting here with like 12 tabs open in a teeny tiny 13-inch screen. I'm like, oh god, I missed my setup.
But fun fact, if you double click at the top of a handout, it will like turn it partially transparent and small.
Yeah. No, I
have all of mine minimized and organized into columns based on what they're for.
Oh, man. I wish I had known that.
Oh man. So sorry. Yeah, the day I figured that out was the day I felt like I loved Roll20 more and more. I was like, I can minimize things. Oh, it's so nice.
It's super helpful.
As the GM,
it is, yeah.
I've also reduced my character sheet down to just the skill checks.
Wow.
Right. Yeah. Oh, clever. Okay. So.
So we're doing that, but we also need to not forget that I think I need to go wrestle a guy.
Yeah, you should probably go wrestle a guy or beat him up or something.
Yeah, sometime during the day.
Let's not forget I gotta go wrestle a guy.
Well, do some sort of athletic competition, probably.
No, I hope you wrestle him.
I'm not built for grappling is the thing. I'm just very strong.
You gotta throw something in these like intrigue skill chapters for the fighter. Soldier.
Yeah.
Death machines that aren't operatives.
Yeah. So, you want to go, hang out at the fitness center, see if you can track down.
Sure. On the way, I'll buy some athletic clothes because it's the one kind of clothing I don't have, I think, pretty much. It'll be like cloth of gold basketball shorts and like pearlescent white tank top, and then some.
Oh, I hated it.
And then some like Nike Air equivalents, but like the pumps are sunbursts.
Love it. Very, very cool.
To go on my hooves, whatever hoof-shaped shoes are.
Not horseshoes. Probably not horseshoes.
They're just shaped to contour to the hooved individual.
Yeah.
Horseshoe pump ups.
Oh boy. Yeah. All right.
Done.
So.
And a sweatband around my organic hand, and then underneath my horns.
This is an excellent image. I want fan art of this. I want fan art of like half the stuff that you all come up with, though. Okay, so you arrive at the fitness center. No, go to the fitness center.
Oh, and instead of profit, now it says sports! Exclamation point.
Sports, physical prowess.
Sports go sports.
So you get to the fitness center, and it doesn't take you too long to track down Cantier Sursa. He's got his, he's sort of doing laps around a track that surrounds a sparring ring, and
really easy to find. He's the guy that's screaming while he's doing squats.
Yes. So, how do you approach him?
Oh, did I go by myself, or do I have handlers who are more socially adept?
I can approach him as another prophet if you like, and then you can be my champion.
Yes, please.
Is that how we want to do this?
Yes.
You can all be there. Yeah, absolutely. You can all be there.
I want to see Ketch in his like greaser gear, just like doing an arm curl with like a 5-pound weight.
No, remember his gun arm though is massive.
Yeah, he's exercising the other one, trying to catch it up.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
No, absolutely not. It's only one arm. He only ever works out the one arm while he's sitting there.
and his
Pumping
name
iron.
and his name is also secretly Tiny now. So,
Yes.
all right. So Estriar, go ahead, please.
Cantier, am I right?
Ah, yes. Hello, Estriar. How are you?
I'm doing quite well. Good squats there.
Thank you so
Very
much.
impressive.
He dabs at his forehead a little bit. It's very important to keep up appearances, don't you say?
It is indeed.
Yes. So what brings you all here today? Lovely fitness center, isn't it?
It is a lovely fitness center. Some of my retinue wanted to work out.
Gus starts doing squats next to him and squatting half an inch deeper.
No.
I had a wager. You might be interested.
A wager. Well, go on then. All right.
My butler here is quite
Is hella pumped.
is hella pumped.
Super rich.
Jack.
Just
The
hella
key,
jacked.
the
And he
key,
heard
the key
about-
to being the best manservant is to be the best man you can be.
and he heard that you are the most jacked man on the station, Cantier, and wants to challenge you to a showdown.
Well, a showdown, you say? He, cracks his knuckles, flexes a little bit, rolls his shoulders. Now, I don't know if it would be a fair fight if I were to fight your butler all by himself. Perhaps we could make it more interesting.
All right, my entire retinue then.
Sounds great. More of a fair fight that way. What are the terms, anyway? What do you want to win from this? You tell me, and I'll tell you what I want to win.
A favor will suffice. Perhaps not bidding on the white wind.
Well, for a little excitement, I could always bid on the next one anyway. Why not? But if I win, you have to give me some of your contracts to my company instead of those other lamos.
Oh yeah, we can totally promise that.
As much as this guy's part of a
Easy.
douchey belief system, I actually love this guy.
This guy's great. We win. This is a win-win situation.
It really is, isn't it? I was prepping this part. I was like, oh, this is so easy for them. They just, all right, yeah, fine. We'll give you whatever.
So are we going to fight him, or are we going to be like, shot put, javelin throw?
Oh yeah, no, he wants to fight you all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he'll clap his hands, and somebody will bring over his pictured gear, because he was just sort of wearing like a tracksuit kind of deal. But he'll assemble his armor and grab his honeycomb mace and
I see you're into electro honey. I too am a connoisseur of fine foods. Gus says this conversationally as he's opening up his duffel bag and pulling out his armor.
Oh, yes, I really do like the wearing. He knows. I don't know.
Starfinder fitness centers everywhere have like gladiator rings for exactly this reason, because everybody has
another
fits
fight
and
for
armor
the
in
death.
space.
I
Another fight
just
to
like-
the death. Yep. Must be Tuesday.
Mhm.
In the background, we hear.
A tall, black-haired individual and a shorter, lighter-haired brunette individual, and they have sticks, and they're just wailing on each other.
Yep.
Also, I like to imagine he pulls out his honey thing, and he's just on inscribed on the side, just etched into it. It says, "Be happy, be healthy."
Oh. Now, what would make this even funnier is if he wasn't a Rhyphorian, but if he was an Astriopi.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. That's another species I want to play.
Yeah, right?
That's one of my
The show
backup
not sponsored
character
by Jerry.
ideas.
Yeah. So, all right. So, Kentir will form up, take his place at the other end of the arena here. And I will close this and close that. And can't forget we have Ralvaria to still deal with. But, all right. So, you
can text him another menacing message if that's all it takes.
It might be. We will resolve that after this fight. So the rules of the bout are made clear. Non-lethal damage only. The fitness center can loan you any weapon you can name of level 9 or lower that also has the stun/non-lethal property, or you can take the -4 penalty to attacks with lethal weapons. Technological or magical buffing before the duel is permitted. And yes, again, he will fight all 5 of you by himself. He claims it will make it more of a fair fight.
I'm looking for a weapon with the stun property.
What he's getting into here.
What level did you say?
Level 9 or lower.
That's a level 10 weapon. Curses.
Tell you what. We will say that we'll go by Starfinder Society rules. They can give you magical weapon fusions, and I say magical. These are magical things that ignore the rule that they have to be on your weapon for a certain amount of time. They can basically put a little, edge guard / dampener on your gun / blade to make it non-lethal.
I like the picture of it just being like a little cute like teddy bear sticker or something.
Yeah, it's a fusion seal. It could really be whatever.
Gus will manifest. He will look at this person and take them very seriously, and he's going to manifest because this person has like their honeycomb mace, and he wants to lock blades with them and whatnot. He's going to manifest his angel wing and be like, "Here, please put the sticker on the bottom."
Level 9 or lower, you say? I'll just take a binding blaster.
That sounds cool.
Globe class.
I'll just take his weapon.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, so Gus manifests the blade and he's holding it at his side, kind of like the dramatic Jedi in most of the comic books or animation, where they're holding it at their side and it's like perpendicular or parallel to the floor, perpendicular to their body. And then a swarm of nanites just pour out of his arm and cover his body, and he is using his ability to manifest 2 arrays, and he is sheathing his body in his sheath array to boost his athletics ability and his, I'm just going to say perception because I got to boost something else.
All
it's
right.
A standard Manasite butler. We've all got him.
No,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Auntie Nuna's probably only going to be using her abilities. I have a feeling that y'all are going to be needing some things like movement and possibly healing.
Quite possibly.
Sounds like a plan.
No. Nope, it's gone.
Okay. Well,
Cue up the battle music!
that works. Yeah. Let's get the show on the road. We got 20 minutes left of this episode. So I think we can do it. I believe in you. I believe in me. Believe in the you that believes in me. And we will get through this together and pierce the heavens.
Marayath, save us. Yay!
Done.
Simon did the nat 20s today. Goodness gracious.
Gus got nat 1, and Marayath got nat 20.
Should we be on a new map?
Yeah,
we
we
roll
need to be on a new map. Yeah,
Oh,
we do.
Unfortunate.
Oh,
Put
well.
myself there.
Well,
There.
you're going to have to delete us off and add us back on, Tom.
I will do this thing. I will add a turn for you and a turn for you, and they will both be 25.05. You can modify those yourself, yes?
Hey Simon, want to trade spots?
No, I'll be up. I'll start up.
I'll just move myself into the back corner.
Good plan.
Whoops,
And
I
you
deleted
said
the wrong
free-
box, didn't I?
You did.
All right. There you go. Sorry about that.
No, that's fine.
You did
Yes,
say
sir.
pre-combat buffing was allowed?
Yes, I did.
I
All
pull
right.
my blaster and my knife.
I activate attractive force and gravitic reinforcement?
Yeah. Sure. As part of his combat pre-buffing, you will see Kantir sort of burst a light with green and black energy around his weaponry. He draws his static shock truncheon and his knight shield and probably field, I think, at this level.
About 6 seconds. About 6 seconds before combat starts, Gus will activate his reactive repair ahead of time.
Not a bad idea. All right. So,
did you do one weapon of level 9 or less? It wasn't somebody not using theirs.
It was any weapon. So I guess you could request 2, especially if Nuna's not requesting any.
Put an incapacitator in the other hand.
Okay, sounds good to me. Gus Barrett Sinclair, you are first, my friend. What do you do?
Honestly, I think Morea should go first because, well, Gus is supposed to be put up as the challenger, I guess. Yeah, Gus is just going to charge screaming, just, ah! Not mechanically charge, but just run across and try and swing into his side with his angel wing. Doing deadly aim. Let me make sure that is active. Okay, that is active. Angel wing, go! 29 versus EAC for 26 electric and fire damage.
All right, so this man is a Summerborn Rhyphorian, so not all of that is going through, but a good chunk of it still goes through.
Nice.
And we are on to Morea.
Morea follows close behind Gus, streaming it through the air above him, and shoots out a tendril towards that big fancy weapon that guy picked up. I missed what it was. I sure hope he isn't the Solarian.
It's a truncheon.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
It's a honey scoop thing.
Try to disarm
Oh,
it.
it's a very deadly weapon of war.
It's
that
a
is
war
probably
honey
not a
scoop.
hit.
Super not. All right. Auntie Nuna.
All right, Auntie Nuna will. All right, everyone. You need to get him. And maybe I should have taken one of those weapons. Especially since I don't have.
You can take a -4 to your shot to make it non-lethal.
Fine.
You didn't take a sticker? Just take a sticker.
Okay.
Yeah, just take a sticker.
I take sticker.
Okay.
And we'll shoot, I guess. That's a 9. I rolled a nat 1.
When you roll in that one, you roll in that one. So that is still a successful get him because that doesn't require the attack to hit.
Mm-hmm.
So he is got him, and anywhere you want to move or no?
No, I'm pretty. Oh wait, he might charge or something. I don't know. I don't like being clumped. So Auntie will kind of move over here.
All right. Catch. Precasting catch. That's what they called him.
So, precast was looking for weak spots, and his horns began to glow. This round, move action to aim, and we also activate. We've got get 'em. We've got coordinated shot, and.
You could delay
Yeah,
it if you get flat-footed too.
All right, I want him to be flat-footed. I'm going to go after Sloan. So Ketch leans over to Sloan and says, "Plug your ears."
Okay. Kantir Sursa himself is gonna. I think he's gonna change tactics a little bit. He is going to turn to Gus and will simply
Hug.
or try to trip Gus.
Oh man!
This is a 34 versus your KAC, not
So
your
that-
KAC plus.
As per Pathfinder 2e rules, that's a critical hit.
Yeah. Luckily for you, there's no d6 of damage that you take for hitting the ground so forcefully, but you are in fact prone, my friend.
All right.
Yep. As that happens, he is going to. Did I put my speed in here? No, of course not. I'm a fool. He's probably got this.
Did I
speed.
take no damage from that?
You don't take damage from trip.
Okay. I didn't hear you say trip. I just heard prone all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, no, you are yeah. So he is instead going to let's see, move over. Yeah, he's going to challenge Estriar. And move over here and say, "Come, Estriar, give me your best hit." And like bangs his truncheon in his shield as he's going, and that's going to be his turn.
I'm sorry, I'm just not much good at hitting, and I shoot him in the foot.
Oh, it's wonderful.
His DR less 8 or less?
No.
Well, I'm
no.
sorry, Catch. You delayed for nothing. Does a 26 hit EAC?
That will meet EAC.
Whoa.
That's 13 bludgeoning damage to the foot.
He winces a little bit.
You
says,
basically stomp his foot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You seem to have missed the mark there, S3. And that will be. Do you want to move action? Do you want to provoke? Maybe. Do you want to provoke for movement?
Come on, you know you wanna.
Oh.
Well, see, does he seem to have like reach with that thing? Is it long? Does he get a smack catch with it?
It does not seem to have reach.
I will use. I could use my move action and just run circles around him if I want to, I suppose.
I mean, if you stay there, I can get up and move into a flanking position for you on my next turn.
I'll just stay here.
Do I have a reaction?
Yes, you do.
So basically, we've given him damage. Anyone can take a guarded step if you would like.
Okay.
It will reduce your speed by 5 feet until the end of your next turn. But I give you this option.
Oh, yeah, I'm sort of standing in front of Catch. Nah, I think we're still okay.
Oh, don't worry about it.
All right. So that is that. Anybody who wanted to could take a 5-foot shifting guarded step, but for now, we are on to Catch.
Oh no, I don't have coordinated shot anymore. That's all right. Aims down the sight. I have all of these other things active. I have a plus 16 to hit. Aims
Nice.
down the sight, squeezes the handle to give it a little bit more of a boost, and fires. Ha! Ha! 28 to hit.
That
EAC.
is a hit. Yes, it is a hit.
And the boost damage is an additional 19 damage. 41 points of fire damage. Just
41.
like, Blown, plug your ears, and then just rests the cannon on her shoulder and just boom.
He is going to spend a reaction. You're going to see some of the energy around him flare as your shot hits him, and he is going to reduce this damage by a bit.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah, he would. Have I told you I love playing Vanguards?
Yes, you have.
So
Oh, he's gonna punch my other horn off.
One horn per Vanguard.
that would be funny, wouldn't it? We can only hope. It is Gus's turn, top of round 2.
I'm gonna stand up, Tom,
Yeah, I know you are, buddy.
and I'm gonna run over here. And that's all I got in me.
Indeed it is. Murray off.
Well, we'll try again. We would like that weapon, please. Looks fairly shiny. Really? My dice aren't working.
Better get new dice. That is a 19 AC.
Yes, rolled a 7 and a 4.
No good, but it had to happen eventually. Also, he's a pretty high CR enemy, and he's a vanguard. On to Nuna.
All right. All right, everyone. I know you can get him. So renewing the get him and staying away from him because I just do not like. And shooting. Do. Ooh.
Oh,
Nice.
So that's a nat 20.
wow.
Do I need to roll to confirm? I know I should know this by now. Okay.
That's a gross thing that no one should ever have to do.
That was
Okay.
3-5.
That was a dark time.
That was a dark
Hated
time.
that.
So 28 to hit. Does that hit?
Yes.
Okay.
That's a good question. It's a 30 to hit with your get 'em. But yeah, no, so that is a hit. It is a crit as a result. So he will take the 12 points of fire damage. He doesn't take the burn 1d4 now, but he has the burning 1d4 condition. Yes. So he'll roll the d4 on his turn. Small.
Can we get a little fire token on him just so we don't forget? I guess it is his turn next.
It is his turn next. In fact, though, he can't possibly take damage from 1d4 of fire damage because he's a Summerborn Rhyphorian, so I'm not going to.
Cry.
So
Big cry.
He's just
he now
on
looks
fire
super,
and looks
yeah, he's super
badass.
cool now. So the orange of the flame is like mixing with the black and green energy. He looks very Halloween.
Oh, Nuna, all you did was make him cooler.
Yeah, he looks super cool. His cape is on fire. All right, but you did hit him with a
I love
gun.
it.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
So, Kentir Sursa. Oh, and he was hit with a crit. What am I doing? Oh, and he was hit with... Man, I said I loved playing Vanguards, but I forgot how to play a Vanguard briefly. So,
All right. It's been a while.
yeah.
It's
he's
been a
he's
while.
just more entropy points now. That's fun. So, speaking of more entropy points,
Oh,
he is going to, you know what, this worked really well last time. He's going to spend
oh dear.
some amount of entropy points and will turn around
Punch
and
me! Punch me!
Yeah, it's either going to be Sloan or Gus. So we're going to roll a d4. Odd is Gus, even is Sloan. It's always Gus.
Yay!
Gus is odd.
Gus is odd. He is one of the odder ones on this crew. So Kentir turns around and Gus, you get the wickedest sense of deja vu as you see his shield start to glow with like all of the green and black energy sort of pools into his shield and withdraws from the rest of his body, save for a flicker of it. And he is going to attack you with a single hit.
I'm gonna quickly toss my angel wing into my organic arm and lean back and go to punch the shield.
In a flavor sense, of course.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. That is a 28 to hit your EAC.
It does indeed.
All right, please.
I'm going to defensive dispersal. I'll let you know that.
Yeah. Gross roll on 3d4 though. Please take a total of 29 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Yikes.
Where is my defensive dispersal? So 29 minus 11. So 18 minus 3 temporary hit points. So I take 15.
Okay.
Okay, that's more manageable.
Yeah, that turned a big hit into a not big hit. And Kentir he does look puzzled by this, as he definitely felt like he hit you a lot harder than you're reacting to it.
I think when the punch landed, the defensive dispersal, like the arm swelled up and just artificial nanite muscles and the arm grew to be 50% bigger than it was, just reinforcing it, and it just absorbed a lot of that kinetic impact.
I love that. Tom, love that. So, we are on to Sloan Rider after that big Battle of the Titans hit?
Yeah. Okay, let's shoot him again. I have coordinated shot. I got get him. I have a pistol. That not a full attack. We're not taking 10. Let's see if this works. Oh.
Yeah, so 26.
It didn't quite work, but it did roll it.
It did roll it, yeah. So
26 versus flat-footed EAC.
Yes, because you did trick. He is not CR17. Oh boy. So yes, that is 36 points of bludgeoning damage. Ouch! So he's gonna take that and catch. Sloan, do you want to move or no?
I will stay where I'm at.
Right.
Providing Gus flanking.
Mm-hmm. I always want to offer, that's all. Catch.
Catch lifts the gun up off of Sloane's shoulder and vents the excess heat and begins another round of boosting. We're going to do a standard action full boost, and his horns begin to glow, and then he squeezes the handle and starts charging the weapon in earnest.
Oh, all right. Oh boy. Okay, Gus.
So that the shield and Gus's fist connected, and all of that impact is absorbed by his reinforced arm, and he sort of swings his whole body back, and as he does so, he swings up from the ground with his organic arm, trying to bring that blade up and underneath his guard. So that's the flavor for this attack, but I am deadly aimed, I am get-emmed, I'm flanking, here's hoping. Got a plus 15 to hit. But only a 20 versus EAC, so I'm going to miss, I believe.
Alright, so 20 versus EAC. You're calculating flanking, you're calculating get 'em.
Flanking, get 'em. Yep.
Alright.
I only see 1 +2 in there. There should be a +2 from flanking and a +2 from get 'em.
Yeah, I have them as buffs toggled.
Yeah, but I don't see. Yeah, it's not there.
Weird.
I only see.
So it is a
7,
22. I don't think that fixes it, but
it's a 22, which he's also flat-footed because Sloan hit him with a trick, and as a result, that meets his EAC of 24.
Ooh, dang.
Oh.
And
interesting.
Yes. Let's see. And with that hit, even with his resistance, that hit is going to be just enough to, as Cantier takes this big cut from the angel wing, he's going to let out a bellow of laughter, and after a grunt, and will put his hands in the air, truncheon and shield in his hand, say, "Oh, all right, you got me. Oh, what a good show, what a good hit. Very good, very, very impressive. Well,
Catch, having been taking this incredibly seriously, begins laughing nervously with him.
Gus is going to do the respect knuckles.
He will. He'll consider them for a second, and then nod very dignified and gently tap his knuckles against yours.
Maria streams back into the briefcase before anyone sees them.
The knuckles touch, and as they're pulling away while he's still looking at him, it's respect across the knuckles.
Oh my lord.
All right, so Cantier will agree to bow out of the auction, or rather, not
auction
auction on the White Wind specifically, and that is
for
another
an arms merchant. He's a pretty decent guy.
Yeah, he likes to fight. So you all gave him what he wanted. I won't pull punches here. None of these people are good people. Few of these people are good people. But everybody has facades. So we will fade out on Cantier sort of shaking hands with Wooster the butler, and grinning at Estriar and the team, and Marayoff streaming into a briefcase, I guess. And that will be where we end our show for today. So, as always, a new Cosmic Crit episode should be dropping tonight. Jet, what do we have going on for the return of the rise of the Star-Lords this Thursday?
Barring anyone having any plans or me getting horribly sick again, we should be coming in post you having chased off the Mother of Monsters offspring Black Maga, and you guys being carried on the shoulders over the oh so thankful townsfolk as they start a celebration and thanks for what you've done.
That's right. And I seem to remember we're level 10 now.
Yeah, you did level up to level 10.
I gotta make sure my summons are ready. Gotta put that on the to-do list. So, excellent. Thank you, Leif, as always, for running our audio through Groovy, musical Discord bot. Who do we have to thank today?
Absolutely. Today, the usual suspects, producer Riddiman, Relax Cafe Music, White Bat Audio, all on YouTube, all 100% free, all 100% awesome.
Excellent. Our character art was done by Enicola. She is at Enicola on Twitter. That is at ENECOLA on Twitter. Hit her up for a commission. Thank you to Paizo for the wonderful AP, and specifically Kendra Lee Speedling for writing book 4. It is, as I said on the Discord earlier today or yesterday, quite a tangled web, and I'm having a great time untangling it as best as I can for your listening pleasure, everybody. Thank you, Nick, for our stream assets, Jet for running the stream, all of my players for being here, and finally, all of you, dear listeners, for joining us. So, join us further by joining our Discord after the stream to chat with us live, or just join to chat with us asynchronously via chat, text chat. So,
tell us about your day.
Yeah.
Show us your Legos, that kind of thing.
Exactly. All that
Let
stuff.
us, embarrass you and or celebrate your birthday.
Exactly. All of that good stuff.
Preference.
And more. Act now. So, that's all for us. We're going to get out of here, so say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.
And Jet, take us into the drift.